Aloha. It is I, Aaron Krishnamurti, and believe it, Worlds. We'll watch Worlds. Come watch if you want. Yee. Um, I don't know what my plan for this was. I guess it's I don't know anything about League of Legends. I do a lot. I know a lot, but I also don't know a lot. I'm gold 3, and then I stopped playing, or at least trying to climb because I was scared of like dropping and then like losing gold 3 because I'm gold 3 0 LP. So I'm pretty much silver, But I get that skin at least. But it's freaking Sejuani. I don't care about Sejuani. I want a cool skin. Someone's in chat. How's it going, chat? Anyway, we're gonna do a live sorry, I'm just checking myself out. I haven't gone gym, so I felt lazy and bad the last week. But I see that curve. Okay, I'm trying to like work on self-love. So and this is self-love because I kind of love League of Legends. I'm addicted to it, and it's a okay game when you're not addicted. But when you're addicted, it's But anyway. Actually. So I'm thinking, although I won't have like the shoutcasters like game knowledge and informations and whatnot, right? Something that's cool about me is that I'm like a noob. Um, I know. I remember when I first started playing League, people were like, "Oh yeah, you're trash. You're low elo. You're diamond." Bro, and then I was like, wait, what? But I'm like a bronze person who only just started playing the game. How can you call these people trash? So I was like, oh, it'd be nice to have like the perspective of someone who thinks gold is good. I think personally that maybe gold isn't so bad. Like it's not amazing, obviously, but it's okay. So it's like and so maybe I'll be the conduit for you, the potential noob, and yeah. So this is my reactions as the noob. Or I could just unplug my TV, and that would be pretty poggers too. Let's go. Yeah. And then let's stop the live stream, so I gotta reconnect that. God damn it! What is up with this plug, bro? Just stay in. Shouldn't be that hard. There you go. I said you want it, man. Hey. We should have done that for the champions as well. Caitlyn, I haven't seen a single Caitlyn in Worlds, but that's probably because I haven't really been watching much Worlds. To the mid lane for Faker. He has had a huge preference for the Akali in the triumvirate of the mid lane. So they ban away the silence from Yagao. The power pick. Yagao has used silence in 6 of the last 7 games. Yeah, I pretty much only know Faker. 369 was kind of cool. I saw him in the quarterfinals. He was Pogus plays. I can't remember exactly what he did, but he was a cool top laner. Ooh. So Nami is always paired with Aphelios, I think it was. No, Nami Lucian. Bro! Are you serious? I need a better plug, apparently. Sorry. Nami always goes to Lucian, and the other team, for some reason, always goes Aphelios Lulu or something like that. And I don't know, I find it boring. But the reason you go for that is because enchanters, they're stronger in the late game when everybody's super high level, because they pretty much make you go past your level cap, your skill cap. It's like, let's say your stats are out of 100. If you have an enchanter, they can make you to 110%. And that's why you want to enchanter on your team. So that's why if you're like the professional level, they're like, if you're like on the professional level, they like going for enchanters, even though I don't like playing enchanters myself personally. So that means we'll probably be seeing 369 on a bruiser or tank towards that top side of the match. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like an Azir here for T1 as well. They could also answer with the jungle themselves. Of course, there's a Vi. Will there be a Tom Kench counter pick? Because we know that's a good counter pick from like early in Worlds. Because Tom Kench can just swallow whoever Vi is eating. I'm gassy as hell. Holy heck. Also, I might go get some food because I haven't had breakfast yet. Yeah, you see, these two versus these two, you can't even see in the screen. Oh my god. A League of Legends world semi-final. Live stream banner, yeah. Just my reaction, live streaming my reaction. Champions in exactly 2 games, and he and Kyria have been lane dominant trying to do it here against JDG. And now you gotta look towards the mid lane for the Vans here, because Faker has had this big preference for Akali, and with the Sylas already taken down, expect them to whittle down on his champion. Can you like see TV okay? The longer range, scaling mid lane there with the laser farming. Let me go get some food and also a mirror. As they expect a tank from the top side from D69 as they did with Kanavi on his damage jungler. They ban away the Ornn, one of the best ones that 369 has utilized here. I would say if they're also still trying to follow that up with more tank bans, you would think the Gragas, but Renekton has been the preference for 369. 369 has the most solo kills of anyone at the tournament. A lot of them come on that Renekton. 7 solo bolos for himself, and there's the Akali follow-up as we expect. Targeting Faker. Yeah, champions I'm expecting here include Gragas for the top lane, and on the mid side, Ari and Talib. You look back at what they played domestically in the LPL to win the trophy. JDG in the playoffs, huge step up from Hope and Missing. They outperformed their KDAs, their KD. They were huge in the team fights that won them the final. And as far as 369, you can see from the Ornn fan, they think things are going up there. World semi-final. Go to Gragas. Yes, you called it Kobe. Renekton is the man.
Okay, so it looks like nothing too crazy coming out. Both sides kind of taking away some of the strengths. The cheeky hover there of the Heimerdinger from JDG. But I think what they do need is some form of engage. But they can save that for a little bit later. Of course, both Azir and Talia, 2 very comfortable champions for Yagao, giving him a lot of freedom to get that push in the mid lane. And to better enable Kanavi. When we look at JDG, this is a mid-jungle duo that works together to get Kanavi ahead, and having push and roam in mid is very typical and strong for JDG.
And specifically what JDG
Yeah, I don't.
is try and funnel.
You should probably listen to the shoutcasters and not me. You know, if you do want me, I'll be like somewhere there.
With the bans on Victor and Akali, JDG are trying to force Faker into this pick here for the Azir, pull it out, because Faker has not played a hero at Worlds.
A Talia?
Focus so much more, towards those.
Okay. Interesting. I could sit here, and then you can get my world's reaction while I'm watching, because I can't see the screen. Jax! Okay. Wait, so who's Faker on? Faker's on the Galio, apparently. Wait, Faker's on the Galio, apparently.
You can consistently get these engaged. Plus, you can consistently also go on top of the buy. They have so many.
The problem is, like, if I was a caster, I'd be like so biased because I'm like Ooga Booga. I know Faker, yeah, Faker, right? And this, I don't know anyone else. This mirror's dusty as heck, so I'm just wiping it down. We got top quality live streams here on the Aaron from NZ's channel.
JDG needs to commit a little bit more to that top side. Try and get 369 ahead in this counter pick matchup. They can leave their bot side to scale, ramp up into the later game, and be that team fight threat. But JDG needs to find a way to shut Zeus down, and not many teams around the world have successfully been able to do it.
Yeah, I really think JDG has to snowball, and Kanavi has to get early kills. Otherwise, this T1 draft is so good at picking off side laners. So since JDG are looking to play these side lanes, you've got Camille, Vi, and Galio. That is set up to assassinate anyone pushing on these side lanes. Amazing blue side.
Okay, let's see it.
Getting into our first game of the semifinals.
And Camille Jax is our top lane matchup. Zeus and 369. The 2 best top laners in the world. And they gave the man from JDG counterpick. He brings out the Jax, and we'll see if he can outperform Zeus. An absolute stellar performer. T1, 4 of these 5 players were found, scouted by T1 themselves. The only T1 with a self-found lineup ready to see if they can make the World Finals again.
Ooh, it's sweet. There's been a lot of talk of building up younger rookie talent. And T1 are setting an example for the entire world with how successful they have been. Zeus, Owner, Gumayushi, all being brought up through their youth program, trained themselves internally.
So a minor point I want to bring up there, you saw them dance around and wait to kill the ward. Hope tried to walk out of range, not get XP. He still got XP. Every one of the 5 has some XP for that ward, which means no one is getting level 2 for the first wave. They attempted to let 369 and Yagao get level 2 off 6 minions. That was not successful. They ran out of time.
Okay, so with that in mind, we're going to be keeping our
Hey,
eyes on the
I got free
start
stuff.
on the bot side with a solo start, it looks like. He's going to pass up towards top. This is expected, looking to mainly cover for 369 in the early push, making sure that he is comfortable and safe. We talk so much in draft around this top side and making sure that 369 is comfortable and safe in the 1 versus 1, making sure that this counter pick works out for JDG.
Yeah, there's a lot of volatile lanes to look at. And if you go back and watch a lot of the LPL games for JDG this year, you really do focus on Kanavi. I actually love his jungle playstyle. It's one of these ones that is kind of a pay-it-forward jungle playstyle. My personal favorite, actually, where you go and oftentimes he'll visit Yagao's lane, push out the wave for him, ward for him, so that he can then pay for have Yagao then come support him in jungle invades or in going and ganking on the side lanes. It's one of the reasons that Kanavi has been one of the best quintessential carry jungle players with the highest gold per minute of any jungler here at World and the highest.
Oh,
Level 2 each, Gumayushi.
that's some damages.
He looks like shield was learned by missing as these damage comes across fitting back and forth. And right now, did he have the help of even sidestep with the caliber snipe?
Personally, what I find kind of boring is the fact that, like, I've seen this matchup like 3-4 times now. You know, it's kind of weird that there's no other, like, this is apparently the very best quality. Oh,
Will they find the stun sidestep?
oh, Jukes.
So a bit of
Oh.
some of the spells all across the map, the heal being burnt down and what the ghost being spent there by Faker. The fact that he was able to get that early push against the Talia, you would expect that Yagao kind of let him get that early push aside for that play, and Kanavi is quick to take advantage of it. As Kobe was setting up, this is a very common trend that we'll see from Kanavi, playing through mids to try and burn those summoners to make it easier for Yagao to get that push, so that he can then look to roll. And again, we'll keep our eyes on the top side of the map, and these level 6s for both these mid laners.
Exactly. It's such an effective style as a jungler because there's no better feeling than having a mid laner be able to come gank with you or gank for you even and be able to soak up those extra minions. Meanwhile, Owner over towards the bottom side. They're really trying to play off their first pick Lucian Nami duo lane here.
Heal is down. They don't have obvious easy escapes there. The CC lands, it'll stick through, but not going to find the dive here. Scarlet Blue's spots underneath the bottom side. Wave is gone. The camps are out, and it's going to be both who's getting a pretty easy skull.
And the cost of that for jungling and revealing yourself and blowing that Skyre's Bloom is always the counter jungling possibilities. Look at already this CS lead that Kanavi has jumped out to here on the Viego. And Vinny, as you were talking about this top lane,
27-21.
whenever your jungler is able to invade and be blue quadrant like that versus blue.
Oh, yeah. The war just
It doesn't sound like much,
It's very, very beneficial.
but it's early game and it's professional, so they make every single gold lead count, you know? Usually.
369 can be as aggressive as he wants. And Ozeus, with his wave, a bit of an awkward spot right now, has to be a little bit more cautious. But I think what we saw was a great contrast of the jungle styles. Owner, very much more about trying to enable his very talented laners. Not to say that he's like constantly, repeatedly ganking every single lane, but he really does try to set up his laners for success. Really good trade with Ozeus.
Damn.
Anti's pretty forth now with 369 safe at 200 HP. Will, of course, reaching a bit back up with that Doran shield, but they is now back in control of the lane.
369 though, with the wave pushing into him, he can look to go back to base. He doesn't have to expend the TP if he doesn't want to. Missing in a bit of trouble.
A lot of damage, but he does get the Lindsay up. Like, if he has some damage, slash for it,
Oh.
into the room. David had a
The
hold.
cleanse.
Slash for cleanse. Cool that advantage to T1.
Interesting. That's going to attract a lot of attention with no flash available on OCC. The immediate response from both mid laners as well as both junglers here. There is blood in the water already.
Of course, knows where Owner is. No Snaker's down, but not yet level 6. JDG, everyone's a wave away from 6 here. Both the Galio and Talia can make their way down. Similar ranges on the ultimates. This wave crashing right now is the one, or the one's beating in a second, is the one that gets level 6. We'll see him come down pretty soon, possibly. Look for someone in the brush. No one's down there. T1 safe to the control ward.
The thing about Lucian Army is it is inherently a very volatile lane. You want to be finding advantages in the straight-up 2v2 because of your additional sustain and because of the amount of damage that you have, which means that T1 are investing a lot into making sure that Carrier and Kumayushi can build up these leads. Faker is hovering to the bot side of the map. Owner is consistently looking for opportunities, and while he is falling behind in the isolated jungle 1v1 matchup, he's making sure that this bot lane is building a lead.
Yeah, you can see the first battle that will be fought over the war that is bottom lane is this area here. This river is going to be the highway of ganks between mid and bottom that is going to be constantly under attention here from both sides. I want to take a minute to talk about the T1 bottom lane, as they should be able to escape here, because the T1 bottom lane, their performance at World has been magnificent. And one of the biggest improvements from T1's summer split for themselves, Kumayushi and Carrier have the top 2 KDAs of all players, not just bottom layer players at Worlds thus far. 18.5 KDA for Kumayushi. It gives them the confidence to really pick that duo. Meanwhile, though, JDG will be able to use Kanavi, start up this dragon.
I mean, Kumayushi's only died in 2 of their 9 games. It's crazy. And that was the
total time so far.
That was the 3rd game against RNG.
Sometimes they take the dragons early, sometimes they take it surprisingly late. I think it depends on what type of dragon it is, and also like priority, but also like, you know, sometimes just the what first dragon isn't too important. It's more like multiple dragons, like once like you've got like the 3rd, 4th dragon, obviously that's when it matters. But sometimes it's not worth risking dying just for the first dragon, you know? Sometimes it's okay to give it up.
So GDG, while very even in the gold, ahead now on Dragon.
And he's scaling away here on this Viego. They're going to move towards that Divine Thunder he so wants to build down there. As the bot lane also is holding up. The fact that Aphelios is within 5 CS of Lucian, definitely pretty solid, especially with Guma. Got such a very good first recall. Managed to force a 1,000 gold recall for both. Got serrated Dirk into just like components. Very, very good. And yet not pushing the lead much more beyond that.
And now I want to refocus back on Kanavi, kind of the heart of JDG here, this carry jungle player, because with this CS lead, Viego, once you get level 6, is a huge force in Rift Trail fights. We're about to tick towards that 8-minute mark once the Rift Trail does spawn. Because you have that reset playability here for them, I want to see if JDG can get themselves advantage. Owner, meanwhile, is bottom lane, still level 5 on the buy.
The control ward in the river, he's going to be spotted right about now. Missing, has to flash, maybe.
Oh.
It's going to be the first one missing.
Oh, the heal as well. Oh. Oh, it doesn't have flash. Oh, he can try to turn it back. Oh. Oh. Ow. They get at least 1 kill back for it, but is it worth it?
Wow, incredible play there from T1 as they're able to commit and get some kills on the bot side of the map. Hope with some beautiful sidestepping was not enough. So much was committed from the T1 side to secure those kills. And while they will draw first blood, JDG walk away with the arrow.
It's honestly such a smart read from T1. They expect the same play I was just talking about on that Rift Herald for Kanavi, and so Owner takes that opportunity to make the bottom side play. Ward there for T1 on the top side, with Kanavi successfully being able to get that Rift Herald and now turn his eyes towards the top side.
No, what the heck?
As the ult.
Pretty good damage. They're going to put the ulti on indeed. But which way can he go as Galio run? But it is a 3 versus 2. The taunt is short.
Wait, what? Oh, the damage is... Oh, and there's backup! Oh, wait, what the hell? Why are there so many people here? What? Welcome to Pro Play. Welcome to Pro Play, where you get good roaming support. Oh, the tower dives though. Oh, he got hit by the ult. Oh, that's an unlucky.
Gold here with the extra dragon going over to JDG and now being able to push out on bottom side. Carrier finally getting back, but we first see that Galio ultimate used to try and cross map defend towards saves for T1. They overstep a little bit with the extra tower damage there and giving over the extra kill.
But look at the minimap. T1 read the play very well. They're already making their way up towards the top side well before this play is even happening, which means that Fake is in range to land the ultimate. The damage from the Galio is incredible as he's able to force Kanavi out of the fight. And then the second that 369 overextends, he's not expecting both the Vi and the Nami to be here, which means that they overextend and T1 are able to find 2 kills.
It's just so smart.
Shush.
Owner knowing Again, the JDG are going to play a top side after the bottom side showing.
I was wondering if Lucian might have a.
Meanwhile,
But that's
Rishi
just
left on the bottom side.
Oh, he clears the minion wave. Jesus.
Good job
And
from
even
Faker.
then,
Take the tower out.
damn, that's rough.
Lucian
But
gets a knockup with his ultimate before then getting out of tower range and Hope able to snipe him. with the
Damn.
ultimate.
Just really good awareness from the JDG bot lane, ultimately making that trade a 2 for 2. It was the best thing they could have done, and I'm glad that they were able to commit to it because they keep this game still very even. Both these teams are bloody teams, and we're already seeing it here in game 1 of this semifinal.
And we're seeing JDG just edge out a little bit in the objective control with the Dragon as well as the Riftveil still in pocket for Kanavi to be able to use. But Gumayushi and Faker both getting rich off those plays.
The only thing with any turret plates killed so far is top lane there. 369, I feel like, would probably want the extra gold ahead of his opponent.
I need
None of them
food.
are close to
Fuck,
dying at this
that.
point in time. T1 actually leads the world championship in turret difference across the early game, holding like it here so far as well with pressure in a lot of these lanes.
Yeah, they lead the world championship in a lot of ways. Explosive wins, as we've seen from them. Very, very quick game times as well. See about some top side focus again, though, from Kanavi.
We're
Notice first mythic in for Hope.
The wave state is in a very awkward position for Zeus, and he knows exactly where his team is, which means that there's a real risk of Kanavi being here in the top lane. Zeus doesn't have the flash, does still have the E at his disposal though, so he's playing as cautiously and as carefully as he can. Keep your eye on your Gal on the minimap as well, as he is hovering around the top side of the map. GDG is threatening this.
Ooh, actually interrupts the evac. Will not find the stun nor the damage from Kanavi. He's going to summon the Herald and go for a couple plays taken. They may get auto attack one down. The turret likely won't die, but with Lee on the way over, they probably just force this whole thing down.
Yeah, it's a known trade here. JDG trying to force on top side with Riftveil activation, giving up that Dragon. Look at Faker coming over for the Galleon.
Oh, combo is going to catch Kanavi.
Aye. Aye. Oh, they just need a tiny bit more damage. Oh, they got to kill him, Faker though. Jeez.
GDG with the outplay. It felt to me like Faker read the play once more. He was prepared to cover Zeus, but JDG were confident in making the play happen. 3 versus 2. They're able to get the outplay, and they walk away with the kill and the plates.
Yeah, it's T1 trying to make the same counterplay this time around, but can't quite get the outplay in the 2 versus 3 this time. JDG get that extra kill, and they did need that because of the heavy investment up there because Dragon traded over to T1, splitting those now. Gold lead still
How did you live stream
significant.
No
A
one,
lot
I
of
think.
these,
Worry
item
about
timers are being matched by both teams, hitting all their first mythics on the exact same time. So it's going to be about that next engage, the next big Galio ultimate from Faker. Now, after you see these recalls and the support recall timers moving in, trying to set up the wards to do so.
700 gold lead. As you mentioned, item timings there is it's still 4 mythics apiece, right? You got the mandate for carry, you've got the crown here for your gal. Look at the second drink, not quite the sidestep there, but support combat not going to be that lethal just yet. But you've got a jungler coming across, forcing the flash away from missing without tidal wave. We'll see the team fight looks good.
Chad Nami here, Carrier forces support flash all by himself, has the backup of the rest of the T1 team, so Missing knows he's got to get out of there.
I was a little surprised that Missing chose not to invest his ultimate, but the second he saw Ona on that control ward, he was like, I could get ulted here, this is not worth it, so he chooses to flash out. Big wave hit that JDG want to make sure they can grab, so Kanavi is just here to cover. Something that we consistently see from him, making sure that his laners are as safe as possible as JDG enter the mid game in an even state. You can see that JDG have been able to accrue a large number of plates across the map, and they've been able to successfully gain advantages in both top and even in mid, just because of how Yagao in recent plays was able to get the better of Faker.
And some very important wards, actually. Just see Faker there attempting a hover towards the top side of the map for JDG. Meanwhile, JDG clearing out all of these wards through that mid-bottom highway of the river to make a power play for themselves on the other side of the map.
Identify the ward kill themselves. T1 kills out the aggressive control ward. Bot lane will be pushed in, but not much else to play for. No neutral objectives are up. Actually, Herald has respawned, so that is going to be an available play. You see Kanavi walking to that side of the map.
So this is the main plan here from JDG. Kanavi hovers the bot, makes sure they can catch the wave. Then he makes sure that they can push the wave out, which gives them first roam up to mid. Now you can see them catching the mid wave, and now they're threatening to come.
Yeah, this is going to be a 2v1. Not much you can do. He's a dodge way to knockback, but will it even matter? Looks for the jump away. Doesn't get too far, and Kanavi's going to find himself the kill. JDG put more resources top lane, and 369 is rewarded.
Just exquisite macro there from JDG. The play from bot into mid, with the mid throw into top, into to the successful tower dive. T1 now contest 4v5.
I won't spot. Q smite claim. Fire. And the team fight is what matters because Hope is here. Gale forces in, jumps in for the root, ults for a bit more damage, but no kills being found just yet. The slows, Q1 not quite there. Flashed in for a stop, the knock, and nearly the kill. Konami goes down. Owner wants out, but he's gonna fall all the same. 1-for-1 mid lane control by JDG.
Zeus is alive, so Faker could recall, heal on Galio, try and walk out to the map to be able to ultimate and look for a counter play, but it looks like JDG won't give them the opportunity. They back off, push out mid lane afterwards. What a steal there, being able to smite away the Rift Trail and deny that objective to JDG after their successful pickoff on Zeus.
And this is the thing you can never underestimate with T1, the individual talent. The sidestep there from Gumiyushi, the steal from Oda, the taunt from Faker. 4 versus 4 initially, because of the back from 369 means that T1 see a window to force this fight. But then their goal is the second that 369 rejoins, they need to disengage. But look at the ultimate here from Oda. The second that the commitment comes in, he gets knocked up by Faker, knocked up by Oda, and they're able to one-shot the jungler from JDG. It does end up being a trade as Hope is able to find a kill, but the Herald is denied from T1, along with the Herald being denied from JDG.
Yeah, nice little seismic shove from Yagao to make sure it is indeed a 1-for-1 in the end. And a bunch of these kills over, going to Hope. Flashing forward early, very, very aggressive Aphelios play here from Hope. Want to see if JDG can keep up this pace, because as the side turrets go down, that's when these two comps get really exciting. It's all about picking off those side laners, who can be first to the play, and then trying to avoid, or in T1's case, set up that big Galio ultimate to make sure it happens.
One of the things that impressed me the most in the quarterfinals was JDG's ability to set up around objectives. So what I mean by that is the way in which they set up the lanes across the map, the way in which they control the space. And again, we're seeing it. Look at how Yagao was able to get the push in bot. They sacrificed the wave in mid to contest this objective, and now they're looking to force it.
Or the team get on top side, ulti on, is going to be enough to kill off missing, though, has to walk away. He's got the reinforcements coming around there, no knockups to the Galio. Runs to the backside, really can't live for long. Zeus forced to jump away, and 369 gets another one. Konami going to be safe in the backline, cannot find the stun for 369. A 1-for-0. T1 chose to hop away from the top turret. They wanted to fight for the Drake, but JDG win that fight.
What play from 369? He flashes out of the Galio ultimate just onto the edge there, and they re-engage after Zeus taking down this top laner, being rewarded with the dragon, number 2 to their names. JDG outplaying again in this team fight.
Really well played team fight by JDG. That 369 now isolated.
Gonna be a lot of danger on him. 1 versus 3 has the dodge up. Can he find a kill? Goes
Oh, he's gonna do Jax things. Oh, maybe not.
The flash into the control warded push was so smart there from Carrier to completely deny vision from 369 in the event that his Q was off cooldown. Konami once again stealing away from the corrected. Zeus, he's just gonna walk away with that one. Cheeky steal from him, no smite from Konami.
No way! He's able to steal it away from Konami there. Didn't have smite, so it's still coming down, but that was such a bold play there. Able to escape with his life as well.
Oh, attempt here.
This person now, Konami's looking to Zeus. You stole my red buff, now I'm looking for your life, but it looks like they have no wave to really threaten to dive here. Yagao does not want to risk it.
And look at this on the top side. It must be noted, Faker getting this side lane turret again. Once these turrets go down, it's going to get so exciting already. This game 1 is delivering. The gold's so close right now, coming down to these small spacings. You mentioned Avidius, the all-in engage here onto missing. They have the Camille ult plus the Galio ultimate, but 369 flashes away from the Galio ultimate, and then nobody wants to go over this Yagao field of rocks on the bottom side, which allows JDG to focus fire and take down the Camille, getting them the extra person advantage and the objective.
It's important to realize that T1's comp is inherently a dive comp. People all want to be collapsing in on a single target, but they chose to dive onto missing in a choke point, which for champions like Talia, for Lulu, these are great spaces where they can punish their opposition. The ultimate from Hope would just be a bit of damage. For T1, they overcommitted into that funnel, and then they quickly regretted their decision.
Exactly, and that means the important flashes you're looking to burn for the fights are going to be
4v2. There's the stun. Gonna get damage on Zeus. Does he live is the question. He puts down the minefield. And Faker says hello and wants to say goodbye. The wave comes across just what Faker wanted to do. A stopwatch buys 2.5 seconds, but it's still before and they're golden by
eyes on the Baron. The pings are coming down, but they've decided to commit to it. Now they're looking for another kill.
Yuichi trying to run for his life, gets out. I don't see a 30. I see 6-9 on the scoreboard right now. JDG winning. The Leonard is top lane. Konami got a bunch of kills and solidly ahead now in game 1.
JDG are just playing the map and they're playing the fight so well. T1 are looking for these picks, but they're inherently over-grouping at this point of the game, and JDG are just outplaying them in the straight-up 5v5.
Yeah, really good spacing from these JDG members. Getting outside of these skill shots, re-engaging and taking down immediately Zeus in back-to-back scenarios here. Huge pickup for them.
It just clicked to me, your clever 6-9 score.
Yeah.
It's so clever.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Let's have a look back at this clip.
So this is on award. T1
It is.
double member invade, and JDG go right for them. You've activated our trap card. Once Faker comes late in on the Galio as well, it's just another delivery of an extra kill. When T1 go for these attempted secret plays, you need to have a sweeper ready to make sure you are not on vision. Because JDG, they do not hesitate. They've done such a good job coordinating these engagements.
You can see that T1's idea there was they inherently threaten the tower. They wanted to try and, if you don't back off, we're going to dive you. But JDG was primed and ready as you very clearly highlighted. So we're now looking at the next trade, spawning in about a minute and 20 seconds. JDG would love to get their hands on that. So Yagao already pathing up towards top, started the slow push off. Will start making his way down towards the mid lane as well. JDG still have a lot of time, but the same could be said for T1. Yushi throws down a bit of damage down onto Hope. You will have the red gun to be able to lifesteal that back up, but it's JDG with primary control over the river right now.
Top lane play yet again, equal levels for now, but items 2 completed for 3-6-9. Zeus able to jump away, heal back up with a backflip and grasp. Jungler on his side now as well. Could be a 2v1 onto the top laner. Has to be respectful a little bit. Mid-wave, though, is given to JDG.
Now, I expect T1 to go for some pick-off plays. We mentioned in Champ Select, the ability to pick champions off is the greatest strength of their setup. The Camille, the Vi, the Galio, looking to attack those side lanes. But JDG have just been so much better at defending it. Yagao constantly being there early on the move. Konami constantly hovering 369 in his pushes, and they're able to get another tower here.
Huge control where it's spotted 4 people running out of T1's lower jungle up towards mid. They're going to push this turret. It might be a 1-for-1 turret play ultimately. Yumi has to drop aggro because he went for W poke, and that means the turret will live. They could have spent the money anyway, but it would have meant a little bit of map control. 4th Drake of the game. JDG up 2-1 on that mark so far. Drake spawns at 3.
Gotta watch Hope. Everybody is looking for the engage on Hope. There's no flash on him. He's in the middle of the mid lane here. Very vulnerable on that Aphelios. Should be the big target.
Red gun, the bloodthirster, flash on there. Wait for the time. Everyone presses R, and he's shut down. Can JDG win 4v5 is the question. They own the river. They do not own mid lane. Turret will fall. Back is there. Faker Zonia's to stay alive with a disengaged flash. Looks like away from Yagao. Looks for it again. Top 369. No, all the way. Flashback is safe. The order can't catch him either. 4v5. JDG are fighting. A taunt will land from Faker, but 369 can fight back. Finds his stun.
Oh, the Nami.
And Faker just barely lives.
Oh, the nice wall off from Talia there.
Carry, and they win the fight 4v5.
Well, they run them off the objective. They can definitely turn back for the dragon, and that is going to be Dragon Soul Point. This will put them at number 3, putting so much threat on T1. Big pickoff. T1, great shot calling. As we mentioned, that's the target you're looking for.
Pretty much in Worlds, you might get multiple Barons. You never get Elder Drag, at least from what I've seen.
The chain CC is beautiful. There's
Because
nothing that Hope can do to escape.
everybody's like, they finish the game before you can get to Elder Drake. But Soul Point is usually, if it's not decided before like someone gets the Dragon Soul is usually the final nail in the coffin. For one side or another.
And then, oh my God, these re-engages.
Don't mind being a blanket, but
369 has to flash out immediately. He knows he can chase Faker because the zone
He's
is
ISO.
for Faker, and over this Cloud Soul move speed buff, they're able to close the distance here, chase T1 out of range of the objective. So even though JDG lose their AD carry, they lose priority, they're still able, with the health chunks on T1, able to get that objective.
This is the world-class performance we were looking for in the semi-final of 2022 Worlds, and we're getting it. The gold is still dead even. JDG do lead in Dragons, but you know that this game could still go either way. A single good fight for either side could swing the game dramatically. Baron's still up
No, it's still neck and neck.
In the next
200
4
gold is
minutes, full
nothing.
battle point.
See if JDG
It's something, but you know.
control. It is 3-2 in turrets right now. Still close in kills. And with only 400 gold separating these two squads right now. JDG still seems to be holding all the cards. Double Black Cleaver actually on their front line. Looking for more damage focus, honestly, that build. Obviously, you can go tanky or like a Death Dance something, but they have chosen to do as much damage as possible. Frozen Heart now on the way for 369. So Faker's not a damage threat, everyone else is.
I'm so excited to watch now the mid-game side lane play because both these teams are so good at pushing and still having the global cover. Right now, you'll see a big movement towards pushing in to get vision around Baron. There's enough damage in the game that if you commit too far without any vision on the other side, you will give up such a big objective here. Did JDG know that T1 just overcame RNG? One of the biggest mistakes RNG made in that game were giving up vision around Baron, giving up that Baron to T1.
JDG is so relentless with their vision control, though. You can already see on the map how much they've invested into this topside river, making sure that they have control over this objective. And the main goal of this is to force T1 to have to spend their vision to just clear out an area of the map to give T1 a little bit of extra security. But now look, they come back onto that 2 control wards already picked up Kanavi. Another 2 control wards are missing. They're ready to push this vision deeper and deeper, and they're setting up for these future objectives, making sure they can control and limit what T1 can do on the map.
We are several thousand gold away from Hope finishing Infinity Edge to get his third on the board. About 1,200, 300 gold in inventory right now. So still need the IE pickaxe plus the combined, so 1,500 or so gold to go. LDRB, of course, a much cheaper road is possible as well if he wants to punch on the front line. Double Cleaver, I don't expect LDR to be optimal, but we'll see which way he goes. He wants to see their power spike because that Cloud Soul is up at 2.5, and you only earn about 400 gold a minute in pro play. We'll see which way he goes with this one. JDG still aggressively pushing in the bottom side, a high ability haste build, as we've seen. And looking right at that bot tier 2 with Saber recalling in his face.
Yeah, it's very interesting when you allocate Galio all the way to a top side here like Baker, because when T1 show a Galio up there, you do have a global quote-unquote ultimate, but it's not the entire map like the teleports. It's
Contradictory.
Exactly. He's running double mobility summoner spells have a greater impact once he gets into the fight, but you know JDG are paying attention. Lane activation for T1 so incredibly important here with Baker. Zeus the only one that has actually the full range of motions there.
You can see how rich Kubiyushi is. Freak, you were talking about the animation earlier on. How much gold he's sitting on. He is a very strong AD carry. Missing.
Missing jump. O'Connell comes across. How much time can they buy? 369.
Oh.
Tied away with Lucy. And it's a 2 for nothing. Zeus finds a double.
And just like that, T1 pounds a very quick pick. Turns into 2 kills. And
Oh.
T1 are ruthless in finding and shutting JDG down.
There's no way JDG are going to be able to win a 3v5, right? No way they can make a hero play on Baron. Let's see if they try. 3 members of JDG versus the full might of T1.
4 whole wards on this board, but he's dead right now. Can't help the mortar to the pin. Health runs at about half HP. Smite is up on both sides. Faker dives in, and the rest of the squad comes by. Economy's barrage of the way. Burning down with the run. Wants the kill.
Oh.
Fires over the limit. JDG don't need a 4v5. They barely even need 3.
Jesus.
JDG 3v5. T1 don't want to flip the Baron, guys, so they go over the back of the wall trying to kill Kanavi. But JDG kites them through their red buff and get the counter kill onto Owner. What a stand. JDG, hold fast here against the odds.
So, oh wow. So T1C missing, walking into the fog of war off the minion wave, and then quick to find the pick. 369 very quickly follows as T1 ruthlessly run down JDG and catch them unawares. But the second that T1 head towards the Baron, you think, as you said, Kobe, surely there's no way. The turning point was that T1 committed to the fight. They turn. They don't actually flip the Baron. Their eyes are set on killing Kanavi.
Yeah, they're looking for the turn here. Faker on the side with Galio. He's got flash, so he wants to get this big comp flash on the enemy jungler. He does instead get Hope, and then the knock-up onto Kanavi means they go all in for it. It's going to be...
They got a 45 so it's not this Baron, but Cloud Soul's going over. This Baron could be claimed. The rest of the squad's got to get there. Yagao is around. Hope finds the damage. Owner will fight to live. It is a Baron versus a Dragon Soul.
Where have we seen this before? Oh, right. Just in quarterfinals, T1 versus RNG. A Another Cloud Soul traded for Baron. We will get to examine if it means as much in this game where their gold is much closer. But off that respawn for T1, they shouldn't be able to get back and defend. Baron empowered recalls are so quick.
They are on the way back down. Temporary combat power, very good, obviously, for T1. A bit of gold earned back. Half that gold for the Baron just clawed back thanks to the bot tier 2 kill. Zay's looking for his next target. Will not find it just yet. You got out pretty fast.
The move speed from the Cloud Soul actually does mean a tremendous amount in a game like this, where so much is predicated on side lane pushing and picking people off.
For sure. I think the other thing I want to know is props to Yagao and what has been a very bloody game yet to die. And I think he's actually been a big difference maker in a lot of these fights because he's not the person getting focused. Hope is. He's actually used a lot of his zone control to make it much harder for T1 to further follow up any initial picks that they're able to find.
Looking at bot lane in tier 1 right now. No one remotely nearby the defendant is going to be given over. Gold will be shared by Carry as mid lane tier 2 is under fire as well. And despite being down the Baron, JDG 4v5s, 3v5s, Baron buff, they're still the team playing aggressively and taking more turrets than T1 is taking.
Yeah, it looks like JDG getting a very, very good setup here. Not allowing T1 to get any gold out of this Baron. That Baron power play, one of the lowest that we have seen. Because they're able to hard push down mid, not give T1 any time to set up their split push. Off those recalls, though, the bounce back for T1 allows them to push up through mid and rotate over.
A close one, 1,000 gold separating these teams. T1, of course, back ahead thanks to the Baron. They get playing Rebel Baron power play. Still a minute left on the timer. Bot tier 2 under fire. These guys does not want the fight. Even the wall comes down. They're not going to commit to the battle itself. They might just try now the knockback in. Here comes Galio. Will it be enough? Stopwatch buys time. Down goes one. Down goes two. And 36-9. The rest of JDG are looking for a bit more. Amazing flash from Carry, but the chase is still on. Over the wall goes Konami. Wants to find his next stun. Here's the move speed in action. Thank you, Cloud Soul, for the cleanup. Kuma on his way out. Flash is burned to stay alive, but Yagao is not yet done. Side stepping away from the knockup, and finally they will stop getting these kills.
This T1 bottom laner was able to fend off all 5 JDG members as they kite away and buy Faker time to get an objective for themselves. Still pushing with the Baron, does get the tower.
Beautifully done. Gets the gold back into the spot here, but they gotta play towards Faker. Burns his zone. He has 2-minute cooldown, but will it matter? He will drop from the kill. Goes to Diego.
It's still a great trade for Tier 1 being able to secure that tower, but losing so many members, it seems they were caught unawares. Zeus underneath the tower, he ended up getting knocked
Era
out.
watching basketball,
He gets a little too close, and you'll see the knockout come through. Beautifully played there by Yagao, sets the lockdown, and JDG are quick. And look at the ultimate here.
Watching basket there.
Exactly. JDG, such a good job getting the engage under
Captain.
Yagao.
நான் அந்த காஸ்டட் நான் இந்த பந்த சக்தி வந்து அதுக்கு 6 நாள் நான் வச்சமில்லை அதுக்கு முட்டை
T1 are fighting into the tower. Huge clump of damage there from Hope off the ultimate. Gumayushi, a lot of this damage that you're seeing is actually as they're escaping, though, was not in the team fight, able to get them any meaningful kills. A lot of damage while running away.
And I credited Yagao for not dying earlier. Of course, Carrier yet to die in this game as well. And that's arguably even more impressive on Nami, a champion that doesn't have a huge amount of mobility or tools to peel for himself. Carrier and Gumayushi continue to have a stellar performance. 2 deaths on Gumayushi. Sort of uncharacteristic for him so far in this world, dying, but he's still a massive carry threat. And he's someone you have to keep your eyes on. Pretty much full build now. Level 16 on the Lucian. He will be the biggest damage dealer on the side of T1 that JDG will have to be very wary of as we move forward into the upcoming fights.
So fun watching these Titans go back and forth in these fights, in these picking moments. Only one of these outer towers still remains on the map left for them to take. So a lot of it is trying to get this deeper vision and then get just an extra second of alone time in an engage could mean the difference between life and death between one of these side laners.
Look at all the GAs that are now coming through. Konami, 369, and Hope all have that on the side of JDG. They are an incredible team fighting team. It is their team fighting that has helped them come back so many times in multiple domestic and international games. And now they'll have many times to bounce back in these fights. Let's see how T1 handle it, because it's going to make their pick comp inherently harder to execute in their play.
Faker, toss everybody, and it's GA already down. How does Hope have a chance of starting this one? It's gonna land. nEW Yushi finds the cleanest kill. 45 seconds until Elder and Baron spawn. He who strikes first gets the rewards. T1 led by Faker. The Goats get another pick for themselves. They take down the most important member and his GA, Venius.
What a great flash from Faker, completely catching Hope off guard. He wasn't even able to respond with a flash of his own. JG was forced to abandon him, and now 20 seconds on the Baron, 15 seconds on the Elder. T1 are primed and poised to secure these objectives that will likely decide the game.
As we've seen, JDG winning team fights from a numbers disadvantage. 13 seconds on Hope. He will have to walk all the way from the fountain to be able to get there in time. Elder Dragon started up.
Not just yet. No 12K health. Hope still in the fountain. Look at the play on in now towards Zeus. Can't find the kill just yet. Health runs pretty high. Here comes the first time. 369 out. Missing. Drops down to Gumayushi. Getting attacked from somebody else. GA. And they'll pop it off with the checks now as well. 3v5 continues on. How pick goes Zeus. Kanabi on one health. Shut down. 369 goes for everything he can. And he can't find it. It's up to Hope. He lands the ulti. The snipe is not enough. It's not a crit. And you got those fucking play. Hope kills off
I don't-
Baker. Gumayushi kicked out now as
You
well.
can't eat it, buddy.
Sticking it all. Gets one. Shoots for Zeus. Looks for two.
கொஞ்சம் கஞ்சி தரவோ
There's the wall. You go. He knocks down.
உங்களுக்கு நிப்பாட்ட தெரியாது நிப்பாட்ட
It's a red buff.
Interior
Fires
buff.
off the snipe.
You
And
got that.
somehow
You got that.
JDG stopped the dragon. The most glorious blood battle I've seen around Elder Dragon on the world stage.
நோட்டத்தாட
And the Elder Dragon survives.
I'm near the current point.
It's
Oh,
all
I'll
the way
stop.
back straight from the fountain.
Okay, never mind. I was wrong about the drink.
To
Oh,
save
it's
the
coming
day
up.
for JDG. Look at JDG. They're going straight for the fight. They don't want to even play around with flipping this up.
Keep your eyes on Gumayushi on the backside, just obliterates missing. And then the rest of the team is like, peel for Guma, keep 369 off him. We don't have time, we're back into the action free.
Baker's still dead. Guma's still dead. You gotta have to run from the base, but they think, hey, you know what? 4v3 seems pretty good. Baker got ulti. He has to walk all the way over. Owner won the last snipe fight. Will he get this one as well? Doesn't have the ward vision, but might trail the same. 369 is gonna mark him, and that'll be enough to secure the Elder Dragon on the 4. And JDG will cross the map and go again for Baron.
Another time where we go back to the origins of this play, it was the T1 pick onto Hope in mid lane that allowed them to set up the first Elder Dragon and result in JDG still getting the objective in the aftermath. This team will never give up. They will never say die.
Unbelievable skill expression from both of these teams. We are witnessing some peak League of Legends right now. JDG will start off the Baron, the wall comes down.
Saves the front line. Owner on the side now as well. 8K health up the 20 Galaxies. No, it's behind the pit. It's all the front. In 369 again, marking the target. Owner comes in. He'll find a stun though. And keep going. They've got Elder. Hope can't find the first. Get a 369 does. Zeus will drop as well. It's 2 for nothing. And T1 runs for the hills. But 369 once more gets his second of the fight. Looks for Guma. The cooldowns are short. The leap is almost back. The Cloud Rift helping. And Galio jumps in now. 2v1 gonna be enough to push him away.
Well, the thing for JDG is, while the fight was good, they spent a lot of time just chasing the T1 members. They've only got a single cannon minion, and 2 T1 members still stand strong. They're looking to push into the base. They're looking to end the game.
They're going to try to end it. There are no TPs up, but they can shepherd the minions.
Protect the cannon.
Yeah, it's 5v2. It's 5v2. And JDG wants the Nexus. This one will not respawn in time. No inhibitors. No champions.
இதை பார்த்து
JDG take game 1.
இங்கிருந்து
Now champions.
எங்க கூட டீப் ஸ்லீப்பிங் போலாம்
Oh, no, I'm not putting it out. I'm gonna go for a walk and read.
So many times in this particular game, down in numbers in a team fight. Guess what? They don't care. They fight you off
Whoops, I kind of fell
They
asleep.
still get the objective. They stack it. They trade the Dragon Soul for a Baron. They win the fight around the Elder and pick it up off the reset. Magnificent stuff here from the LPL champion.
And so many great things from T1 as well. Yes, they ended up falling short at the very end, but the picks that they were able to find was so incredible because I thought it was only going to get harder for them. And then Faker finds the flash of the ball, gets the kill to lead the carry. There were 5 picks onto missing multiple times. The barrel looked like it was theirs. And there were so many moments against many other teams. T1 would have converted that pick into a win. But against JDG, that 1 pick, 2 pick, it was just not enough.
The coordination on this JDG team and some of these team fights, counting the ultimates that are used to kill off their other members, still going for the re-engage, down numbers, just beautiful stuff to see.
I mean, it's beautiful to see. JDG also, like, they're the Island of Misfit toys. You look back at 369, got cut from Top Esports. You look down at Home High, went back and forth, got cut from WE. You were on EDG, then back to Academy, back to EDG, back to Academy, cut from the team, joins EDG as well, and these squad came together to play a massive performance in game 1. So JDG up 1-0 in this game. Now, before we break down that game, a reminder that the LCS and LEC have joined forces once again to bring you the Dive Foria podcast for Worlds. Catch up with the quarterfinals preview with Kobe, Dracos, and Pedro, and stay tuned for the finals episode dropping next week, available on Spotify. So cue up that episode and join us at the analyst desk. Thank you so much, Freak, and welcome back to the analyst desk here at the State Farm Arena, where the crowd has rightfully erupted for that first game in the best of 5. I'm so glad it's not my job to analyze, and that's for you 3 to do, because I just want to watch 4 more of those. That's all I want is 4 more of those, but JDG getting it done in game number 1.
All I'm saying is, it's for those that don't know, Yagao's name means two-faced, and we didn't talk about him much in the opening, right? We did talk about how it was Faker and the Zoomers. We talked about Kanavi. We didn't really talk about Yagao, and I think this Talia pick for JDG was a key factor in their win. Not only the way he played it, but the way it went into what T1 wanted to do.
A lot of the members of JDG feel so easy to overlook it, kind of in that regard. For example, Yagao was 16th out of 16 mid laners. It's 50 at 15.
Right.
It doesn't matter. That's not what's important for how he plays the game. And Talia is just kind of this perfect pick to exemplify how he wants to approach the game. Yeah, definitely. And then that's why he picked on 4 there. We can see the draft on the lower half of the screen. I think the first 1, 2, 3 was very standard. You know, Lucian, Nami, Aphelios, trade, jungle trade off Diego and Vi, but it's the full 5 from T1 that kind of throw a wrench into the works. It was interesting that they actually decided to go for Camille Galio into Talia. You know, Talia is very good at dashing champions, and you're playing 3 melee champs in Vi, Galio, and Camille dashing into a Talia, so it's very hard to gap close, but T1 found something else. I think JDG's response is very natural. Jacks into Camille Galio makes a lot of sense. You have double global mid to match the side lane. I think what JDG answered here with was very good.
I mean, generally, there were winning moments for both teams, right, throughout the game. But I'm curious, Pedro, your thoughts on essentially T1 saying, yes, we'll take that Talia play style, you know, to go to the sidelines and we'll match it with the Galio, as opposed to going to some of those more prevalent picks that we've seen in the mid lane, you know, earlier on in the tournament.
I think it makes a lot of sense to go to the Galio Camille because what you're running is a Nami. So this was pre-planned by T1 regardless of what JDG threw at them, I think, because the whole idea, and we'll see it later on in the fights, is you Camille Galio onto a target, immobile AD carry of Aphelios. Great, that's your main target. Lulu can work as well. But the Nami ult is what seals the deal on top of that, right? You can never really assist your AD carry or try to gap close towards him to try to peel because there's a Nami ult over the top of the Camille Galio, right? So it was an incredible
All
game.
that,
And of course, look at Faker, greatest, you know, Galio 2017 series against RNG.
that's exactly where I'm about to go. There's all these great points you're making about the current game, but there's also the historical angles.
Faker is synonymous with probably the greatest Galio performances you've ever seen in that 2017 RNG series, playing it 5 times in a row and carrying his team on his back. He tried to do it again in this game. He had some absolutely monstrous plays, but just couldn't get it done at the end.
Yeah, this pick on Hope is actually where I thought T1 were going to end up taking over the game. He has such great sense with this Galio pick. And I also like the Camille Galio kind of to mitigate how JDG like to play the map, right? Because we've talked about how they don't necessarily get ahead, but the globals help counter and cross map against what JDG wants to do.
JDG fighting a man down. In this
Oh,
situation,
yeah.
I mean, just like, it's pure aggression all the time. You gotta love it. The number of summoners blown, the amount of mechanics on display here on both sides of the coin, Pedro. Phenomenal.
This was an amazing game to watch, just pure mechanics and pure perfection almost in team fights, right? And again, we see another scenario where T1 are down members. This is a 3v5, but they managed to stop it here. That Talia E over the Baron pit wall stops Gumayushi from being able to dash over. It stops Zeus there with the Baron. I think that was a knock, or it was the Talia E, whatever it was. So it's actually a 3v3 into an Aphelios. So they inevitably lost this, but we had so many scenarios where T1 would win the fight by getting a pick with Camille Galio and Nami on mid wave. JDG overstepping mid. So many. This is like the second or third time that Hope's over overstepping, but then they seem to be able to pull it back every single time. Yeah, it's absolutely insane that they get this pick off. They're like, great, now we get to go Elder Dragon, and JDG are able to fight so well that they stall out and wait for him to come back and then win that fight on the tail end of it. And then once they won that and they got the Elder from there, it was a little bit easier to close out.
Yeah, and this is kind of the game-winning fight here. That's where I do want to bring it back to that Talia pick and Yagao, right? Because we talk about him, he's not this like standout carry player of JDG. He's often overlooked against other LPL mids. He's lived in the shadows of his friend Knight for almost his entire career when they used to play on the Net Cafe team. And the way he's set up for a lot of these plays, like not allowing T1 to jump on them is really important. Also, you can see the...
Look at that gold graph. The gold graph was so even up until around...
Yeah.
I mean, even the end of the game, 4.5k is not that huge of a lead after you just smash a base. You know, usually drops to like 8k. So this was an insanely close game. I think everyone's with eyes to tell that. We don't stats assist, but I can't wait for more of this series. Yeah, definitely. And I think if you look at the way T1, JDG was playing the game, it was always mid to top, and I felt like T1 were never really there to respond in time. You saw Zeus on the weak side, right? But they never really found any big cross maps. There was lots of Hextech Dragon. There was often times when they did go towards the top side, the Kubyushi was getting dove in the 2v1, right? So I felt like both side lanes, despite the early game being quite even, JDG were being a little bit more proactive. I would love to see a little bit more focus actually around Kuma. There was that one play in the top side where they contested 3v2 to stop the Rift Herald charge and try and stop that turf from going down. They actually had Owner already on the bot side, and Faker could have gone to that down to there and try and blow that open. I mean, Kuma was incredible this game, despite not being the focus of a lot of the action in the early game.
Let me press you on that just a little bit. T1 sticking to blue side. When you say playing around him a little bit more, just in the game or compositionally as well?
More in-game. I mean, okay, top lane is going to become a black hole of attention no matter what, because it's so skillful, and you want to try and snowball, but I do think you have this kind of X factor in Kuma.
Especially with a volatile lane like the Lucian Nami, right? Like, if you want to get that lane ahead, you can take over, start Drake stacking, and in this case, it was actually JDG that were able to get their own Drake stacking started early, so T1 didn't always have that bot side control that they might have wanted.
The last thing I will say, it's very interesting that T1's banning Aatrox on blue side, right? They just want this champion removed, so I wonder if they'll do that again, or if they will, play a game of bluff, a game of chicken up against JDG. And Youngman Graves will first pick it. If both are open, could cause some mayhem.
Aatrox has been sucked into that black hole at the top lane, as Mark put it. We'll see if he can find his way out of it. Check out T1's very own song, Runner, as the pick that represents their playstyle on the official LoL playlist on Spotify. Take a listen. We'll see you right back here for game number 2, right after this.
That's going to be the first one. Basic heal for move speed. Flash it inside. Double. Not at all. Do enough damage. Going to be there. The Polymorph. First blood for Kumayoshi. He lost the second. Mid health runs at about half HP. Spike is up on both sides. Faker dives in. And the rest of the squad comes by. Economy's barraged away. Burning down with the red. Wants to count. He can't get it home. Fires over the wall. It's 369 again, marking the target. Owner comes in. He'll find his stuff out. And keep moving. They've got Elders. Hope can't find it first. Give it 369 does. Zeus will drop as well. It's 2-0. And T1 runs for the hills.
Behind 21 epic days of evidence. Behind 1 billion hours of drop jewels. Behind every match, every broadcast, every moment at League of Legends World Championship 2022 is the network capable of making it all happen. The Cisco Network, aka The Realm. Cisco, powering the future of esports.
Sorry, I'm sleepy.
Well,
The main champion that was given up with the Viego ban. Yep. By pushing Konami out of his top two of Graves and Viego, they gave Yagao his highest preference champion, the most dominating mid lane champion of recency here at Worlds as well. And it's going to be a run back of the Aphelios, Hope, and Missing. Now, Konami, as far as these hovers for the Velvet, he was one of the earliest adopters of this champion, even on release.
Baker Rise. It's one of his real-world skins. He's bringing it back here.
They let through the Silas to be answered by Baker's Rise. I love it, I love it, I love it. This midnight matchup being put to the test.
It was Chobi's Rise that we saw in the quarterfinals against Delmont that worked wonders in game one of their series. Large thanks to the strong skirmishing power that it can have into certain matchups, along with its heavy roaming style. It's also not the best ultimate for Silas to steal away. Of course, there are uses to it, but in terms of lethality, it's definitely on the lower end.
And they're really just T1 completely committing to this roam, to your pushing side lane style here with the Rise. By giving over the Silas, you're thinking that there will be a gap there. Of course, Silas can still steal the Realm Warp and make his moves to the side lane as well. And we'll keep track of Yagao and how he does that. He's one of the best.
And this does fit Baker's trajectory as a player. The greatest of all time, he won 3 world championships in 4 years. And in those 4 years, it was like, well, it's because I'm dominating everyone else in the mid lane. He's hitting historic highs in damage and laning prowess and solo kills and crushing. And over the next 5 years of his career, still excellent, still winning trophies, still heading to world semifinals and finals, is been more as a leader, more as a roamer, helping out the new young guns. There's a bunch of 19 to 20-year-olds on his team, and again, it's Baker saying, I'm going to help you guys carry.
Now we're getting so far down in the jungle pool here with the extra bans coming through with the Lee Sin. You actually are looking at things like the Belva, maybe even a Jarvan for setup for early games to be able to aggressively set up those lanes as you're talking about.
He's flexing his core right now. So far, the World Championship, he has brought out one in the game. I'd be surprised if we saw it. The Velvet is being hovered right now, but we'll hold our breath. Well, Velvet, our World Semifinal.
What?
He is quite possibly the
What?
wrestler I am most confident in the whole world in pulling out this champion. As I said, one of the earliest adopters, played it in LPL Summer, played it in the playoffs.
Oh, yes.
He often
Yes! Yes!
Oh, Poppy will like stop the
And it's time for Yone game 3.
You were talking about the Velvet.
Poppy with the stops to stop the dashes from Velvet.
To Aatrox. This is something that he's brought out as a counter. Now he's bringing it out blind, and he's saying, show me what you got, 369.
Yeah, it's one of his iconic champions, one of the preferred champions, the carry top for T1. The 18-year-old brought up through the T1 Academy system. So much space, so much put in this man.
I love it. This is a great ball. It's a physical team. Spotlight needs to be played more. I love this pick.
We knew 369 went into it so many team top laners here because Konami is the focus, the carry player for JDG. And we finally get a Malphite with the recent Malphite buffs. Long time he has not been pulled out, but such a good answer for those team fights that made JDG what they are. That ultimate slamming into T1.
This gang's food.
Back into this.
I've never been this excited for a Malphite before, but not only is it great into this comp, but it's 369's Malphite. Like, he's touted as one of, if not the best top laner in the world. He had a great game one, and now JDG are rounding out what is another fantastic team fight composition. The engage is good, the front line is good, and the back line carries. Skill expression for JDG looks everything to give them a repeat of game one.
And T1 are solo AP and a Rise AP as that. So a very good spot to pull out this champion for JDG.
Well, on the rip to go in a second. Is it going to be enough? Now, this time, it's a different matchup on the top side. It was such a big deal for 369 to get into team fights off Jax. Solo zone 3, he put a guarantee. The Elder Dragon, once they got it, get everyone low for the team to clean up. He was huge in a fighter counter pick. This time around, Mouse by Yone. Not going to be killable in lane, but it's not going to be him solo carrying team fights. It's going to be him starting team fights and making sure his teammates are going to carry the actual damage sources.
And I'm very curious too about the build for the actual damage sources because Kanavi, when he first brought out Velvet, was always going with the semi-tank build. The Blade of the Rookie is to then tank items later, but in Champions Queue, I saw multiple times do the full DPS.
Wait, that's Belveth ADC? What? Oh no.
DPS. So I want to see if Kanavi will commit to that, or if it feels like Yagao and Hope will carry the weight.
Now, a common thing that we've seen across the world throughout this split has been this early red ward, that the delayed invade, and have a look at the junglers right now. JDG is ready for it, and they're able to get the flash out from Ona. So this was really good awareness from JDG because, again, it's something common that you'll see from many junglers, the delay on trying to drop that ward over the wall to get information. We'll now see T1 invest that on the bot side of the map instead to just figure out where Cubby is starting. We're getting the flash out from Ona is already a great start for JDG.
Yeah, and pretty common runes here from the setups from everybody. And of course, Poppy going the Hex Flash. It won't hurt Poppy as much as a lot of other champions that do not take this rune. Owner starting off towards the top side here. Meanwhile, for Kanavi on that Velvet, you almost always want to get your full clear off. So Kanavi starting off the bottom side, clearing up towards the top side.
No easy vote for the minions, a little damage there. The owner indeed on the ward, getting his own blue as an early cleansing across the Helium chase on down.
Already? What?
Away.
Wow, wow.
He's slowed.
What? Okay. Okay.
Oh my goodness, Hope and missing, no hesitation there. You saw that level 1. Once they get the angle of the triangle here towards the brush, and Benny, you talked about the wards of your side lane early on here. You see Hope and missing move up. You'll get an early ignite as well. Guma very far forward. He allowed auto attack range of both missing and Hope at the same time, while Carrier was positioned behind it. And Hope and missing, they don't hesitate. They slap him back down. They immediately punish it. So even though, Carrier gets that counter kill, it is first blood money, and it is a better site for that money to go to into the hands of the AD carry.
I will say, though, that this was an issue for Gumayushi during the regular season. One of the biggest criticisms that T1 had was that their bot lane wasn't as consistent, wasn't as reliable. And coming into Worlds, everyone was like, but Guma is shaking all that rust off. He does not have any of those problems. But this type of aggression was some of the issues that we saw during the regular season. And I feel like that he didn't need to be that aggressive at level 1. You can see the idea, but a big mechanical blunder from him on the individual level.
Yeah, some positioning here, Konami.
So it's going to land on a Faker. You got Owner coming around pretty soon, but no flash because you can't help for much. Able to actually stop with the steadfast. And now tackling him in and getting away as well. Beautifully done to live. Faker down his flash.
He's not out yet, though. Faker in enemy territory might have to execute to a tower.
And spots him, and we just say, you know what? The XP isn't worth it. The mid lane wave means more. Faker will execute. Nothing changed on the scoreboard, but it means he's going to be sitting there not getting far.
Yeah, good little bodyguard moment for Owner coming through to peel for Faker and get him out of there, because you do not want Kanavi's Velvet getting an early kill. They still burn the flashes, though. So mid jungle 4T1, no flashes at all for them, and Kanavi feels like he can go for the grab. Does have smite available.
Played by Konami. An early smite from Owner is nowhere close to enough damage, so he's going to help left after smite itself. So double crab for the JDG jungler.
So one of the things I was going to talk about was the biggest difference between game 1 and game 2 is that Faker, it's easier for him to get push on the rise compared to on the Galio versus the Talia. But again, we saw Yagao concede those early waves to set up for that level 3 gank. We didn't get to talk about it because of the early action bot line, but you've been highlighting it throughout the series, Kobe, and how Konami will consistently play through mid to unlock Yagao to burn those flashes so that he can then move around on the map. So now Faker's investment towards the bot side, I think they look to stack up the wave, look to try and set up some sort of dive onto the bot, especially without any flashes, now becomes a lot harder.
Well, as we watch ourselves go back into the jungle, make sure to grab your exclusive Very Nasus Much Proud emote from Prime Gaming by connecting your league account with your Prime account as well. Mid lane being attacked, pretty good damage out of Faker in the mid lane. Yagao being pushed around.
Jesus.
Of course, he does have the teleport, so he can like just reset here. He hasn't actually spent any of his gold just yet. Faker, I would be surprised if he actually holds this wave. Yeah, so he's going to set up a nice freeze. Shouldn't be too much of a problem because he has TP. So he's just going to clear the way instead.
Meanwhile, I kind of want to point out the kind of dream scenario here for Konami on the Velvet. Being able to win that Scuttle smite fight and then set yourself up for a reverse clear of of your second clear. He goes over here, 2 Raptors, picks it up, recall on 40 CS. He's going to have a bunch of gold for his first recall here for the bAbE. Trying to stay ahead of the curve is really, really big with this champion. A true jungle carry champion that wants to snowball and is going to have higher priority on getting that Rift Trail. As you know, being able to get the reward for the pushing, huge snowball opportunity for this champion has been quite a signature pick for JDG.
Certainly has. See how much he can do on the champion. The pig tanks coming out back onto the map. Talking about jungle, we also have to talk about top. Often JDG are a very good topside focused team. They do invest a lot early in terms of 369. We haven't talked about this matchup at all. In terms of the early game, it often is your only favorite. You can get a lot of favorable trades. Malphite does not that much. There's a certain break point around like level 7 and late level 9 where he can really start winning out on the 1-1. Starting off with the wooden tail already will make this matchup inherently harder for Zeus to bully and push 369 around.
Covered all the words, so Kanavi was not seen clearly bottom jungle, was not seen in the river. Owner, though, nearby as well. There's no fight to be had. The wave is pushing towards JDG, and Owner himself now spotted by his control word. I think he knows for his own sweeper. As they roam over, they can't quite find that kill with the knockup. Looks like it is going to be Skull Trap claim for Kanavi. Level 60 knocks it down. Well done to him. Bubble nearly landed a missing. That's a jump on forward. And Whimsy into a root and a lot of damage. Heal is forced. Oh, lives in the end of the heal. But now Guma pretty low. Has his own flash up needed. And Kanavi cannot reach it.
Yeah, it's actually so dangerous. What bAbE has both dashes that are in the direction of your lane to be able to chase down.
Oh, yeah, out of the way.
Both players here.
Okay, it's a 4v4 down here. It's going to be a fight, though. Looks like it's going to be a wave clear. Everyone's going to make sure it's safe. And now I think you got spotted. Owner sees him. Going to find some hope, but nothing more.
Miguel was spotted, which meant that T1 were hesitant to commit to that fight. Problem that Faker now faces is now is on his pathway towards getting back to mid lane, which means he's going to be forced back to base, go the long way around. JG will convert this pressure bot into a dragon. They're going to emulate exactly what they did in game 1 and set themselves up to contest for that 8-minute herald. But I'll be surprised to actually see them catch this wave, go back to base.
Okay!
The tackle. Owner's running as fast as he can, but he's going to be slowed up. Finds a flash forward, and a kill comes across. The Dragon's
Wait, Lucian, what you doing there, buddy? Oh,
flash
yeah.
down. Gumayushi lives.
That ward inside the Dragon Pit. Owner, Hex Flash over the top. He is not giving away the objectives to JDG. And just sacrificing 1 kill for the Dragon is for sure worth it for Owner. Pretty big play there off the vision advantage for T1. Navi did get a kill, so he's ultimate fell down.
Oh, the flashes, Jesus!
So damage comes across. He's rooted. Press E for the damage reduction. The Owner did actually burn the full 5-minute flash, but just got back. And so it's back next flash now. Missing just barely gets away.
Being the little shitter.
The kill and a flash. You give those away for a Drake steal.
And he's thinking here, maybe I can even get out with a phase rush proc here. Poppy oftentimes, being able to get there. But Kanavi hits a really good W around the edge, even with the phase rush speed. That's allowing JDG to set up for that counter kill. So still good objective steal for T1.
Props the Owner. The downside of this means that Kanavi will have the advantage to immediately pass back. I don't think he's actually reset yet after that Drake. Yagado and the bot lane, as we discussed. My expectation was the JDG would take Drake, play a bot, reset, and then
The boys are saying they're on Discord.
They didn't get the Drake, but they should be able to secure the Herald. And JDG once again demonstrating their very clean early game objective control.
Sorry, I thought I was right here. Hello?
Once again, now has the Void Remorse, which means you can start
Go where you like.
Stolen.
towards Zeus's shade.
I'm-
That's why you change your name to Watching Worlds,
Yeah, they hit the
baby.
both of them and recall in bottom lane.
That's the highest up, baby.
Towards that
I was trying to go for a donkey, you know?
for this bAbE. Recharging that timer on your ultimate.
I'm live streaming on YouTube on my second channel. But I don't want to spam. There's an embarrassing amount of people who actually, like, I forget the numbers on the, like, the views, right? The actual people. Like, one of them is, like, a guy from firefighting, a cool American guy. And I'm like, I feel cringe, like, putting league shit on my main account.
So you don't feel cringe doing the rest of the shit that you do on the YouTube channel?
No, well, it's funny. It's okay. It's worth it for me.
Wait, are you just rebroadcasting the thing
What? Yeah.
on your channel?
But then I put the mirror set up
Your
again.
face was a reaction video.
What? What isn't there? Why isn't
For
there?
your face.
Because it's lit. That's where the content lives, bro. Otherwise, who cares? You
Or
know?
rebroadcasting it.
Yeah.
That's exactly 500.
Who cares about some random freaking gold reaction?
Play swap? Oh.
Who cares about some random gold reaction in this thing?
Low on ammo, what a nice cue snipe.
No, we clip it.
Also, with last
Yeah, I kind of fell asleep during the first
so
one
many
somehow.
key objective fights, key
And I might need
I
to.
fell asleep during it. That was like hype as shit.
Yeah,
I just saw so much fighting during that.
I
I
may
was
have.
just confused with the Faker pick on Galio. Like, he can only engage with
Yeah.
his ult and
even though they are the
Yeah.
ideal
Flash.
I
I
know.
saw the chat
I
type in Zid EU is all.
I don't get it.
does not have
I did see a red one. Zeus was kind of
Ah.
Zeus was kind of hinting that game. So they're typing Zid, and
And
so
EU.
Buff had already ulted. So Buff had already ulted.
Oh! Okay! Oh, watch out! Your Belvet is scary though.
No, she can't do anything there.
Oh, tower time!
No, they have to grab Poppy's ult to fight. Why are you showing us top? Why are you showing us top? Watch Pop! I wanna watch Pop! No, fuck this! I don't wanna watch
Oh my
Top.
god! What's that Nami damage? What? Oh, the rise! Ah, Faker! Yeah, he ulted down.
I was thinking, no, he took Ignite, that's right. I was gonna say, it looked like he TP'd.
Episode 1 of
Bro, why are they showing us top? Nothing happened at top, bitch.
It's my island. Don't treat my island like that.
We were watching.
They're just training top. They're just training top.
Bro, we wanted to watch top. Because I thought, Silas, I don't know who Silas actually grabbed the. Silas grabbed someone's ult. I couldn't see who it was. So Mafia ulted a bit earlier there.
Take a look at this and the setup. You can
He should like prepared at the same time as his. He got no, but he got CC.
He didn't even ult, right? Did he ult?
Mafia already ulted you, bitch. No, I didn't. I was looking. Who was
The sidestep! What? The sidesteps?
Alright, there's 3 top. Let's go.
Sting like, oh my god, I love that.
No, that's fine.
Flow like a butterfly, sting like a god, baby.
Good to just grab Poppy's ult and just eat one out so you can just 2v1.
Can I put you guys like on my thing?
Did you see that? Kill force.
No, I missed it.
Fucking Buffalo, you killed that. Did he steal this again?
Oh,
Nah, they can't do this.
big boy Belvis. Bell
Yes,
must.
two now.
Bell
That's the
must.
second one now.
Bellis.
Some of that bells.
Can I put you guys on my live stream as well? I'll put you guys close to my mic.
No.
It's funny.
Think about that bot side skirmish.
Bro, the content. The content. Bro, this is what people want. You know, league players are lonely. Oh, synchronized backing. The league players are lonely, so they miss this camaraderie, this friendship. You know?
Yikes. I have no idea what you're doing, guys.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Oh, they're gonna take you.
Oh, hack him up! Ow! Yeah! Like,
See,
what
that's
you
the
doing?
thing about the ult now. Is you get
Cancel,
you
I
can't even
forget
you
that.
can't even Zhonya's.
It's been like that for ages.
Yeah.
And you're with the Zonya's like, but not even freaking
It gets cancelled because it's a casting like
Yeah,
a
boy. Let me get rid of the notifications.
No momentum or answer.
I don't know what Faker saying. It's like, man, I don't know what I was doing.
Move. You guys getting the free stuff from watching online or on your Twitch?
You don't get free stuff. They don't give free stuff anymore, you bitch.
Esports capsules. I just accepted like 3 of them. So.
They don't send out shit, bro.
Uh,
I know my Twitch account is linked to League from Arcane, so yeah, it's been linked and they haven't even done anything unless you have to type something. The rewards are pretty shit anyway.
That's
You
true.
gotta think of it now.
I think I got
I
like
wanna
a.
get that much WoW now. Give me that much WoW Nasus.
That's a random skin.
Random skin.
The Jax one. And some Jax.
Now to ask the
What is it?
discussion.
Yell it!
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh.
That's a Silas. Yeah, Silas is
What this boy doing?
Bye. He's going for the stats. Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking Silas can just literally turn or disengage with everyone's ult.
Oh my! Oh, gun down!
You see that backstroke, bro? Yeah, correct.
The backstroke, what?
Swimming.
Oh! Oh! Oh, the lockdown! Oh. Oh my god, she big! She big! She big! The big Belusi.
Wait, we're striking Lucy. Wait, what? Lucy,
What?
Wait, that's a thing? Where's like Lucy? Oh, fake is dying. Nah, it's a Lulu. They can't do anything there. Like, Malphite's literally building tank. If you can see the thing. Easy. He just tried to go and be with fake. Fake with Malphite, just and Lulu. Just be a rock.
Rocks.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, this, like, Michael should be watching right now and seeing, like, how Malphite is still, like, only 2 CS behind from me. Literally. And he knows when to back. Like, you back after you just clear that because you don't see him.
Like, you just watch the minimap and see where they go.
Like, Eric, you should be teaching. Oh, wait, never mind. I don't say you're a good thing, but, like, if you're a top lane, the only thing you're paying attention is your lane and the map. That's it. That's it. You don't even have to fucking. You don't even have to pay attention, and you just have to look at that. Because Marco doesn't look at the map, and when he does, he gets gagged, and he's like, oh, I died. And he gets stumped, and then he falls more behind. Oh, there you go. Malphite setting up. He has ult back up. They have ult back up. Wait, did Salas grab an ult yet? He hasn't. He hasn't grabbed an ult. He needs to grab Nami's if they want a good proper dive.
I was gonna be like, what's Faker doing like isolated? But he's a hyper carry, right? So he's going to just farm.
Well, I mean, he's Rise.
He's pushing. He's split
pushes in the game.
He's split pushing, and he has escape.
Yeah.
Split pushes in the game. So Yo can't really do that in much content to just. Oh, X Flash! Interesting X Flash right there.
Biggest dickest. And it's just to get the flash.
That's what I'm shooting. Now he gets a bubble there after the Hex Flash. It gets a kill.
Might be a fight.
Double TP from the back.
Oh, someone's behind.
They don't see him. They don't see him. They saw a vision, yeah, on the TP. Because they warded the Raptors.
Oh, Dragon.
Oh, Salas. Oh, he got the bubble.
Oh, that's huge.
So they can eat one out. They can eat them out if they want to try to snake.
Oh, the Nami. Oh my god.
Barely.
Ah, Silas lifted.
They probably thought they were still in it. Yeah, they probably thought they were still in it because they have no vision. The Nami ult was a bit early.
Oh! Damn. Oh, no way!
What was that?
I have to give up a drag, but at least they don't give us.
No, they get dragged. They got dragged.
Did he have a second dash or was it just me? No. Lucian dash and dash and Malphite.
Yeah, he has Gale Force, you bitch.
No, I was thinking Malphite dash.
He ulted. Malphite ulted.
Yeah, I did.
And then he flashed.
Oh.
Come on, Aaron, you've been playing this game. You should know what all the abilities do.
My brain no work.
It'd be more interesting if I see Malphite take protocol. That's 3 dashes. Exactly. Clapping you early.
Oh my god, look at the goal difference. Still neck and neck.
But then again, it doesn't really work because if Malphite went AP, he'll been killed by Yon early. Because he's too special. Fish can't die here.
All he's got is a blue.
And we're about to see this mid game. This is why we got so excited for this Malphite stage. It's not for the lane phase, correct? Yeah. It is for these mid
It's for the ults.
fights here. And 369 is a monster now with both Crossfire and and the attack speed.
Yeah, I just realized like
Kinda down CS
of
though.
that frozen heart.
how much of my mirror is blocking now. Oh.
Well, I'm nearly 50 CS on faking.
What the hell? The puppy taking no damage? Okay.
Which means it's
Oh, the
relatively
split up. Oh, puppy's dead as hell, right?
So, just tagging.
Right?
The Malphite.
She's not going down, Jesus. Okay, the Nami ult was late as hell. Back.
I don't know if you see.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh, he got baited.
Yeah, he got fucked by the Frost. That puppy ult is a bit late. They're not too far away. Yeah.
That
So
pup-
needs to fuck Frost.
The puppy ult against the Sejuani in one of the quarterfinals games.
forward on the T1 team. That is.
The question is good.
It's a short range champ. Yubiushi has to be very careful with his positioning, and often his aggression can pay off.
Why are they mentioning double lift?
It's
What the fuck?
individual agency
What?
in a team fight. In a situation like that where he's toughing on the
There was a double lift you mentioned, yeah. Oh yeah, I said double lift king. Why is double lift
He does not go back to JDG early enough. He waits for
Chad
him to get
Malphite.
knocked up here.
Ba, 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 ba.
He goes down. The front line no longer available for JDG. Numa,
I can't see. Damn! No vision.
The only see thing and he can't see over the wall. Why did he decide to go all in?
That's
It's
insane.
that's like yesterday's game when that Jin walked up to us. I just E flash out.
continues to be dead even. The gold distributed.
He decided to walk up, be like, yeah.
The wave clearing.
My fight already has old backup. Yeah.
I need to eye it.
How many times, please? Oh wait, that's
I
right.
don't
You have.
spectate, bro.
Your screen should be big enough to see it.
massive red as we move forward. Stop watches will be key for these big engages they're trying to get.
I do find it interesting. The Malphite's name is just 369.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Oh, 3 people coming out though. I think he might be dead here. He might be dead.
So why is Faker not backing up? The 3 people and it's just vibing. It's like I can't take the CS. Damn. Biggest dickus, bro.
I mean, that's Rise. It's fast as shit. Yeah, it's right Rise first.
Oh, he's like, oh, 3 people bought. Don't mind. What?
What?
What? Oh! Oh! Okay! 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 Oh, but they
Oh,
spotted
you
you.
can see it. You can see it from the water.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Rush it, rush it, rush it. Oh, there's a mouth fight. Oh, what? Oh, shit! Get away, get away, get away, get away.
Yeah.
Is
So
that the
the
chef?
issue there is like Malphite doesn't have ult, so you can't really knock them up and do anything. He can only throw a Q, that's about it. He's just rock solid.
Oh. Oh, the instinct. Like, cute. No, no. Oh, but protect the moon.
Oh, that's just cringe.
Oh.
Did he get any kill off after that Malphite ult? Oh, here comes the bomb.
Nah.
No. Lucian doesn't have anything. Lucian doesn't have mana. He's dead.
You have no mana.
He
Oh,
got
he
saved.
sidestepped.
Oh, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh my god, another dragon.
No idea. Yubiushi's has been pretty sus.
No, the train baron for a dragon.
Literally on the first game. Literally on the first game, they were like questioning it's literally fall there.
Bam, 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 bam,
Be
bam.
rock solid.
Hit the right there. Delete it. Oh, Yone doing Yone thing.
Oh, we nearly got him.
Go B, right? They took your
But
third
this is
drive.
so difficult though.
collapse on the mid lane.
Looks like they will do it. There is
Because they're all, it's
Oh,
just
the
it's
TP,
all
the
there.
TP. A scary game.
Where they go? Oh, there's a mid, okay.
You just went back.
But also,
Bro, it's so hard to watch while playing.
We got 3 barons still.
Stock of what T1 just did
You
on
playing
the
malt
They
watching me.
recognized they couldn't take the draft.
Yeah, I'm playing while watching.
What the
playing
fuck?
Arena right now.
What?
These guys are all watching as well. They're like, hey, anyone watching Worlds? I was like, me, watching 2 monitors.
Gregor, why? A scrum? You'll never be better than these guys right here. This is world class.
Thanks to you, Aaron.
Generate this constant point of pressure, which GDG
I'm just trying to get my challenge while watching.
I didn't care about world.
incredible.
Yeah, I saw your flag.
T1 here in game 2.
Yeah, I'm so suddenly hyped off
I don't know. Are they hitting goals? No, it's because of
Maybe you just want to say something to the executives.
it was my
Say like, bro, why is the skin like this?
it was my fingers, my hands were hurting, so I was like, cut down on these. I was like, ooga booga. This is how I
So
get
you would rather watch.
this. Hey, this is how I get my lead fill. Oh, the poppy stage.
Oh, it's the same spot where they got caught up on the first one.
Oh, oh, the poppy stop.
He got yeeted the fuck out.
They're going to be able to push up mid lane with that.
They can get a mid and off this, surely.
With very long respawn timers, 2 inhibitors.
T1 get my little team, right? Unless they can get like a desperation dragon soul. Oh my god, the rotations! Oh, oh, they got minions! Oh, oh, the faker plays! Oh my god. Time to run it down in solo queue, boys.
T1 have just blown this game wide.
That's a lot of pressure.
Oh my god, you got it.
I felt like JDG
so
was the one
close.
dictating the pace of the game, controlling the map in game 1. But
Jeez.
T1 have just won
No
up
way,
in game
that-
2. And look,
Oh,
at them
instantly
getting
go
this
in.
revenge in the 1v1.
Oh, okay, then I'm
Things
next to
are
that.
Oh! Oh, the Zionist! Oh, shit! Yeah, the Malphite's now useless. Someone's getting sneaky out.
You should know everyone takes Sonya's or thing. That's the issue. You should know that everyone takes Sonya's.
Yeah, I'm dumb. I never thought of Zonia's as a counter to Malphite. I always thought Flash.
What do you mean?
I forgot. I forget.
I mean, it's the common thing because everyone has Flash.
Oh, yeah, because
But Sonya's is like the best one if you don't want to get hit by anything.
Critical factor here has been the speed that T1 are throwing these questions at JDG. It is like a rapid fire test. 1 second to answer each move. Burn it down. If you're slow on this, they get the Baron and Power recalls. They don't commit to the push on the top side. They get the inhibitor. They consistently.
Also, another way to counter Malphite's ult is literally like having Gale Force or Protobell. You just have to dodge where it goes. You should be fine.
Running rampant on the side.
Just dodge.
I think Protobell's too small usually.
Now they find themselves
It's still a distance. It's still a distance, dude. Yeah, you just don't want to get hit in the middle. It's literally just a center area. It's not like a
I'm still thinking about how nobody builds Strike Breaker. I mean, like, I occasionally build on him now, but also I'm zoning out.
Completely wiped both jungles here of any resources for JT to take.
I can't believe they used to have a dash.
Literally pathways through the jungle. All they have to
Yeah,
do
because it
is
was broken on fucking Aatrox.
Yeah, that's a big
It was so broken on Aatrox and
He doesn't need there yet, IE or anything yet.
The farm continues. We are on the way out of here. Yeah, Hope has himself a guardian angel. Baron is up right now, and he gets on the way over.
Imagine if my opponent had Baron 17 farm in 30 minutes.
Thanks for the Baron. You're trying to buy them some time. This is
I can't even imagine myself. Bro, I look at my Nara CS, it's always really, really sad.
It's like 200 CS in 30 minutes is quite reasonable.
No,
And CS a minute.
that's what I'm saying. I don't get that. It's very sad.
the issue is like half of the time you go where someone is already in, like in the lane. That's the best.
I try to avoid it.
They just gonna shove mid, right? Or shove ball.
They could try.
They just try reinforcing the aim.
They got the Rise cheese as well.
Out of it, right?
I don't. Wait, when's drag? I can't see. Now, oh what? Oh, okay. 'Cause I thought they'd go for the desperation, but I guess not. They could at least get a pick. Oh, in the blind. Yes, I like the silence for at least trying to go for the blind.
Oh, at least they get a drag.
There's something. Is that enough?
That guy was kind of trolling my backing right there. That's Aaron right there.
No, they already gave her. Oh, just one back.
That's Aaron saying he's going top and then dies and says, he can drag it, right?
Well, they can.
Purpose is you distract them but don't die, so you don't
Both ADCs have IE now.
my game is just being toxic now. And they're flaming each other.
Amazing play for him to be able to snipe him and the fog of warplay, but it's also Guma playing on the edge that is consistently killed Hope
Is that
with the ultimate plus.
What the hell?
Where's the find flash? Wow, why would they go again?
This is a very tight spot to fight in. Fish.
Poppy's going in? Wait, didn't someone back?
Bye-bye, Fish. Oh, Sushi. He got
What's fucking
Sushi.
happening? Oh, someone TP'd. Who's TP'd?
TV.
Oh, he TP'd back. Oh, shit. Wait, what the hell is that? A Velvesta TV?
What's the joker? Oh, man. It's not like you over there.
Did she have unleashed teleport? She's the one who responded to the tower, the base race. Oh, that's GG. Go next, FF. What the fuck? Oh my god! Flashbacks!
Timing. It's like that one game where they
Yeah, man. Flashbacks.
That's so sad. They didn't even time it.
But what a crazy fight we just saw. JDG was setting up for
Imagine if they had a timer on the engine.
in their recalls. But T1 again play it so well. They create 2 points of pressure. They force JDG to split apart. And the second that they are, Faker's round warp collapses onto the team and creates a numbers advantage. This is how you play a split push comp. This is how you play against a team fight. Great execution once again.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's how you split push.
They want the team fight, but
Very
T1
split pushes. I want to go in.
Look at the poppy though. I don't get the poppy.
Right?
Oh, the poppy is distracting for the rise. Right.
They have to teleport out Yagao. Meanwhile,
Distracting, but they just distracting
for the team. Oh, did you see that?
He didn't want to teleport. He basically kills two, sets up the double for Guma.
He played on Hope's resolution with 320 CS.
Across the map.
What was that? 11 CS.
The fuck was that?
Oh, disconnect. Faker, no.
He's going back to base. Hope is looking to get that kill on the Faker, but he's just buying time for his team as much as possible.
Swinging in the face.
Oh, what the hell? Wait, did they throw? Oh, is that the throw? Maybe. Oh, the Yona. Goodbye. It's a holiday. Yeah, no, that's another. GGFF.
At least it's 1-1 now. It was really weird pick when they went Galleon last game. Like, Galleon was like, I don't know, man. You can engage, but there's no way for you to do anything. Because half of their team has like some way of mobility.
Destroy that last fight. What magnificent
Zeus, it's Zeus, you don't miss.
Back-to-back huge character performances.
I think you
It's not even ulti.
That level of aggression has lows, but the highs are incredible. The way in which he navigated those two fights, the way he
Typical Jin. Flaming everyone in our team and then doesn't even help.
twice throughout this
Gotta
game
love it.
was a joy to see along with Faker and Zeus just dancing around the JDG team.
Oh, he got the first Faker gun!
Sometimes you get cut.
He's not gonna
But
watch
Guma,
this.
you see that it's so worth. I'm having so much fun
What?
playing these games with you right
Jesus.
now. Amazing series. and we even it up. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Yeah, huge out of T1 so far. A ton of homegrown.
Nah,
talent.
they're paid for the extra draw on the last
I
goal.
won, I won title points. I won 5,000.
With the analyst
Yeah. Okay, let me log in and see if I can. I put I voted for T1 and I put two 5. And I 500 ish though.
To bring us to even March.
It's French. I show off too.
Because we had yet another champion pick here at World Smart. The Malphite coming in for the
Dude in the dress.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. We're going to talk about actually what I want to talk about. We'll get to it. It was like I was saying,
It should usually catch up.
which I think was really important in this match. It was banned in game 1, went to game 2, and they were able to take that one away.
Okay, maybe not.
I don't think it was able to be piloted to the
I want to see the Nair, boy.
Chains landing or Everfrost or anything like that. I think that was something that
I want to see the Nair pick.
Why will they pick Nar in this game?
Others.
It's easy.
He got picked twice by some guys.
That they focused on.
Yeah, and then what
I
happened
think
to the big
Rogue or
guy?
something.
Not just like, oh, it's Faker's Rise. It's the global pressure it gives, and actually it is. Oh, it's Yone. It's Zeus' Yone because it's absolutely phenomenal on this pick. And when I talk about how much T1 has improved as a team, this game demonstrates that perfectly. How they were able to execute, how they constantly had sideline pressure.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Rise was
Gonna be
supposed to
too
be
tight
the
between
It's not so much a counter, but it's a good lane matchup.
Yeah, I played some Overwatch yesterday with these guys. Actually, really fun game.
See the logic. Wow.
It is fun. If you know what you're playing, you're bitch ass.
This bitch ass is like, oh Aaron, you're not helping. Oh Aaron, you stand next to me. It's my first time playing this fucking game. And he expects me to know it like it's fucking league. It tilted the fuck out of me.
It's just really hard for
Holy hell.
Maybe you can take
Aaron, what's our support? And you know what he's doing? You can scream in the time. Where are you? Where are you?
Yeah,
I can imagine you getting lost in this game pretty easily.
And then like
You get lost in the league.
Jerry wouldn't fucking communicate. He wouldn't tell me where he was. I was like, who are you? Where are you? I just hear silence. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Flying in the air.
Yeah, you can tell me I'm in the air. Or I'm the Mercy. Or I'm the Genji.
But like your epic can't let you fly, Aaron, so you can't actually heal him. Your
No, if I was playing Mercy, you can fly towards your teammates.
No, when you have
Nah,
only
your
precision,
shift.
you can't fly all the time.
Your shift
You
and
can't
then
fly all the time.
yeah, but then you can hold space and you
It
float.
doesn't let you fly. It doesn't let you fly.
It floats. And that's close enough.
It floats.
Wait.
That's probably the highlight when they try to decide.
Well, look at the side steps, bro. Is it this one?
Zeus and Oder holds the Malphite, get a full burst down. You know, if he flashes there, he's gonna die because the gap goes. Yagao comes down, but I think
Yo, look at this. Look at this.
here was just so
Look.
in just making sure that if any of these spells land, he's dead. Silas Chain, he's dead. Dodges it. This knock up from
Boom! Boom! Boom!
Who actually gets the Tower Aggro, I think, or Konami's tanking, but regardless, he's in range for Zeus to follow up. Q back. The snap back from the Q2 as well.
Oh, this
Snap
is
back
so
into
great.
reality.
It was just, you cannot play it better than that.
Oh,
Got memes, baby.
I didn't either.
I got it. And it was the entire game too. It was moment after moment.
He got a troll game
Obviously,
too
I
as well.
like one of it, but he was so
Really?
mechanically good. Every single fight, every single
Yeah.
gank attempt that came his way, he felt like two champions. Like he tried to do beyond it, he was still actually
That's so funny. He flashed towards me. I just stabbed him. He died.
Who are you? Hi.
Is that the only champion who stabs people?
That came to mind,
Right
yeah.
now with the current meta, it's just so fun to watch because it's high tempo, high action, skirmish heavy, so it allows for these kind of moments.
Well, that's the only reason I wanted to bring up the Malphite so desperately is because that was
Yeah, you got
JDG's
triple
choice into the Yone. And when you get beat
Go Oliver.
with
Slap
your
him.
own counter,
Slap
it's going to start to make you think and
What
start
she
to
did?
warp that
She-
draft.
what the fuck?
Again,
She
what we're
did.
going to see in game 3. First, we got to talk a little bit more about how pro counter.
Police rush out to people expecting them to rush and create a stampede. No one moves. And people have police enforcement.
Didn't realize I'd be able to draw on this.
Dude, what are we watching? What are we watching?
Something on
What's
Reddit.
Zeus showing us?
I'm trying to say.
So they're gonna, you can play the. All right, here we go. So they're going to try to dive on Zeus in the bot lane, and the most important thing here, and the thing that's more
They're trying
impressive
to
to
dive
me
this in.
about T1
Oh, this is the team that Malphite.
particular moment.
They didn't get to CC him for too long, and then they managed to get up.
Ends up going through from Yagao into bot lane. Zeus escapes. They actually are immediately going to start pinging the Baron soon. happens, I promise. Yeah, because they recognize, there we go, ping goes down. They recognize this is exactly what they can go after because Zeus and Faker can TP up topside, and they already know that JDG can't match. They rise all in. It's just so smart. And I love this from T1. I love how much this team has grown and how they.
I'm surprised they didn't start it like a few seconds earlier.
What is that CC?
That is just what I think the nuance and the beauty of this is, first of all, there's one TP invested bot, so you know you can force numbers advantage. Right. Second one is they don't TP on wards around Baron, they TP on the wave.
Yep.
It's really hard to spot that. If you TP on a pink ward, you can see that on the minimap, even if it's out of vision. If you TP on a creep, they can't see it no matter what. Because they don't have vision there. So
I
they
didn't
TP
know
on their
that.
own creep wave between towers and then rise all together. So it gives you more space and more time to pull it off.
If
and
you
more time you can buy on a Baron
TP on a minion, it doesn't show if you're in fog of war. If you're TP on a control ward on a ward, it does.
Yone outplay, but
Yeah.
it has the brains to run you around the map. So they do a
But that's the whole point. That's why they changed the TP. You can only TP to the towers, but once
Not
they change
vision.
Yeah, to do it. One quick shout out I want to
Yeah.
yes to the T1 bot lane. I think
But obviously, if one of the minions has to stand still, remember? Where you can TP to it.
The Gen G series, the Delusion Navi was just getting countered. It just didn't really work. They go back to
Arjun is just trolling. He's just making a trap in our base.
and he is doing work. And maybe you can't
What's
spot
a
it at
trap?
times because
Or
moments when he kills Hope is great. Yeah. Getting mid push is so important, and I feel like this Lucian Army has so much threat on mid waves in the mid game. That's allowing T1 to get to these
the
objectives.
Lucian Nami is pretty
Yeah, one
poor.
of the underrated things about the 1-3-1, like, of course, you're going to pay attention to Faker constantly in the side lane. With the Rise, of course, you're going to pay attention to Zeus popping off on Yone, but it's the three, right? That's actually a huge component of it. And Guma
What do
was
you think they're gonna
everywhere
pick
they
now?
needed him.
Everyone always bans
They
Yumi and
want
Aatrox.
turn to respond as they
They ban Graves because they know how disgusting he is in the jungle.
I found it
They never
cool
countered.
Graves is great.
to
They
deal.
never encountered Poppy to be like the actual annoying for Velvet.
I saw cool how a complete cucking of insane invade from Graves in one game was dealt with, but with a counter invade, I was like, oh.
What is that?
But tanky for a while. Huge ulti from Zeus. Gets one, gets two. You got to find the root for Zonius. In comes Zeus. Third still missing. And there's the rest trailer. Gets a second. Hope to lose the Guardian Angel. And how about the rest? As everyone's starting to fall, Kanavi is left alone. But you can't do it by yourself. You need a team. And T1 who tie up the scoreline.
This is first to three, right?
Let's go, boys. Let's get that world hoodies. Hell yeah.
It's not even a hoodie, it's a puffer. How much did that cost? They don't even promote the thing in there. How do you get the merch? They don't have a link for the merch. What is this? Merch.com. What? They should have a one. See, Aaron, you see how they're taking breaks? Not like fucking playing rank straight after again.
No, you gotta run it back, bro. Run it back.
But yeah, but you be the same mentality from last game.
No, run it back.
Run it back. Hey, what was that? You see that one? Oh, Vibe. How do you get Vibe? Look at it.
Loser dressed as Marge for Halloween. That's good. That's good. I like that.
Red Bull gives you wings.
What do you mean Red Bull gives you wings?
Red Bull eats my ass.
Oh,
Bring me the next.
oh. Excuse me.
Goddamn NASA smudge whack.
Emote.
I hate how much I love memes.
Go ahead. Scan the thing, the scanner. QR code. You get free RP. No,
Yeah, but I tried linking it once and it spammed on me, and so I didn't bother.
Yeah, Prime Gaming, bro.
In the span of a month, Kanye West has destroyed his empire. Good, dumbass. Dumdy.
He lost all his.
Honestly,
Insane.
Michael's still sleeping. You go for face Deutsch back. This week, Kanye went on a media blitzkrieg. He threw. He's now an honorary general of the West Bank, which is soon to be the
game and the
So you playing? Yeah. I'm just sitting in the group chat. About the Call of Duty. Oh, their break was like 6 minutes. So that bad as well. Everyone's doing Cat Jam. Ooh, Mercedes. I remember the sponsor was Lexus last time, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's Mercedes. Probably OnePlus is still sponsoring the for the phone this time. Remember them being like a non-existent. Yeah. Now look at them now.
You're serious? The way these oh, shit.
Look at that, taking them photos. But they all have Jordan.
Oh, yeah, behind the scenes. So that?
No, they don't have kicks, bro.
I didn't notice.
600.
Welcome back to the State Farm Arena Midford behind the scenes of the Atlanta Feature Shoot thanks to the OnePlus Cam. And hey, we've got at least 2 more games that's coming on. Game 1 and 2, both very exciting so far. Tied 1-1, anyone's match. It's so cool because both games are so unique, right? And especially in this one, I feel like that last one really does mean a lot. One of our biggest questions coming in were the mid-lane triumvirate of champions, and Faker has just cracked it. They're like, yeah, you know what? You want Silas more than anything. Played it 6 out of the last 7 games. Fine, have it. We played Rise. We double solo lane split push. and actually split push you to victory. People were saying, myself included, that you can't win through split push anymore. Dragons had got buffed. Dragon Soul's too powerful. You always have to team fight. And T1 in the semifinals just annihilated them by outplaying them and picking them across the map.
I think there are two things that contributed to T1's success. Number one, brain, very big. Very, very big.
Big brain.
Yeah,
Got
big,
it.
big brain.
Step number one.
Number two, I think that the Cloud Soul in 2 games in a row also made it easier
When T1
for
stepped
T1 to say, we're
True.
finally doing this soul. Like, it's one of
True.
those trades where we saw in
I was
other
like,
games they were willing to trade Baron for the soul. And I wonder if their priorities would have shifted if it was something like an Infernal, where perhaps that damage threat could have been the difference maker in JDG being able to win the game.
And I actually love to see that because dynamically updating your value of objectives on the map is what is intended with that change, with the introduction of these dragons and this different power level, them giving different buffs. It is not just a blanket, oh, you're stronger now. It's really cool, actually, to see that strategy taken into account.
What's interesting for me is JDG, 369, the rest of that team, they picked blue side, not that they have lost the game. They
He's
just
chewing
chose
gum.
What's interesting to me, though, is the fact
Is he
that
sponsored
in
too?
game one, he counterpicks Spider versus Spider, gets the resources, and is a large reason why they win the game. Because first back and forth, right?
I can't tell. What are their motors
games?
for?
Faker was around the map
Is
both
that,
games. But the fact
they
he
use
was
Samsung
in the
motors. I
big
think
two
they're the
difference makers
Odyssey.
was what to me tipped game one in their
Let's see,
favor.
they
He
won't
goes
zoom
for a
in
team
properly.
fight option, where it's don't give me the resources, we'll just do stuff in the big game, and that didn't work out. On blue side, both teams are drafted for
Yeah, Odyssey
very fast. It
G7s, I
feels
think.
like he's not going
27
to have that
ones.
same one-to-one agency he had.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
They
I
might
think you need
just-
something that
Yeah, no,
gives
the
you
Samsung ones,
personal
though.
agency to
They have to
outplay
be because they're
because
sponsored.
these T1 members, how can
Oh,
you
you're
hit them with
dumb.
skill shots? Even Faker, you mentioned it. Faker, 10 years in, don't care. You can't hit him. Sonya's flashes.
I want to see
Caitlyn,
Caitlyn. Who went Caitlyn? I haven't seen any
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn.
They keep banning it. Because it literally,
You're damn right, they do.
you can still do the combo where you can do two headshots at the same time. It literally outranges half of your team.
But to see a
It'd be cool to see the Caitlyn mechanics on the
crazy.
screen.
What does that mean? Is up and available? No, there's no shot.
Who they gonna go? Who they gonna go?
The first rotation. They could like to grab the Lucian.
Oh, yeah.
First pick is always
special.
special.
Make sure that Knavi is on something.
Yeah, Viego.
Huge amount of success.
He's picking for the
I
jungler.
like refocusing here for JDG.
That's all.
Kanavi is the heart of this team, you know, and really doubling down on that.
So they don't have to ban it. So they won't be able to ban it on the second one. After the first two picks.
But as Keito said on the desk, the Lucian Nami priority
Still going for
has
this.
been working. And
Come on, change it up.
Guma is on fire.
Glad that
Those
one
mechanics
on
on
one
the side
run. It is
are
one.
getting it from Cyberfrost, it's fine. Shrug it off, get right back in their faces, and do it again.
You would expect the FLS Lulu to then come out and even
Right.
from JDG, right?
I think there's another thing in the wheelhouse they can run a bit down the line. But yeah, it gives T1 the chance at something interesting, unanswerable there on pick 3. I'll go on mid without counters, bam, 2 bans. Go on top lane, like the Yone that obviously is banned away in this case, without counters, bam, 2 bans away. So, as expected, the Aphelios Lulu, you trade the 2 for the 2. But they're taking as much time as they can as it all ticks down. They let the timer lock in the Aphelios. They decide, yes, Lulu, yes, it is, okay. So all the draft bucks go over to the Viego. It is the same 3 champions they picked in game 1. We'll see now what T1 want for themselves in the third pick. Lucian, of course, expected.
What will T1 go for? Expectations are jump right now, but Honor has already demonstrated that he has a very deep champion pool and he's quite happy to pick whatever they want. I think there's room for something like a Trundle to be good here, especially if they want a little bit more early game agency, but it does very well to the Viego matchup, depending on Noble Threats. It's just going to hit Faker's flies. They want to make sure that he has that comfort and the ability to roll and
Oh,
attack.
rise again.
I love it. When we get these lore picks in esports, Faker with literal movies made about him on the champion. Blind
Faker
hits
again.
it,
I guess
thinking
so,
out,
boys.
what is your move, my friend? And let me remind you, this meta right now, the
Was he
majority
gonna
of
pick for
laners are
his
saying
name though?
there's like two matchups you can pick Rise into anymore.
100% win rate right now.
This is Faker specific. This is GOAT specific. And then you can double protection ban it against Yagao with the
Oh,
map
bunches.
mobility champions. The 2 preferential ones, the Leah and the Galleon.
So a few things I've spotted The first is that T1 have decided to mitigate any roaming matching that Yagao typically goes for. This does make me question if he's thinking about a twisted fate. This was something that he often fell back on if he wants to make sure that he can attack these side lanes. The other thing that I noticed is this Jace ban does suggest to me that they're looking at a few
What the fuck?
Oh,
Are you thinking like, isn't it bad because it's like you're in comms, so you can just say, "Hey, I'm here," but then Philip said the Nocturne's good because you deny vision, and that's so huge in pro play.
But also their team right now is the enemy like KTG has so much CC in this thing. So they have to communicate when we're ulting off.
He obviously still has it with the realm warp. JDG
Come on, I want to see the Nar. Give me Nar against the Renekton. Yeah, he can survive Renekton. He just plays safe early.
You're only
No, like they chose it. No, it was.
only think about your like thing for your team.
It was a.
Why
They
you pick
they.
Nar over just to win against
Ooh,
Renekton?
they played it earlier in the
And what happened to them? What happened to that team?
I can't
What happened to that team? They died. That's
Wait.
They
What? What you saying? Oh, the hovering. Come on.
The carry play, yeah. Even though that was just a hover earlier,
Sounds like a troll pick.
matchup into Renekton. Have confidence in Zeus to avoid.
AJ Green.
What happens if they don't lock it in?
Well, then they fucked up.
As we said,
It actually happened.
he has the highest solo kills of anyone in the tournament at 7. Now, though, against Zeus, can you do it? Gameplay, can you back away versus them? Maybe they could bring Kanavi and go for the kill, but you're going to have to coordinate.
The thing that I love about T1's approach to the draft in this series is they recognize, as the world does, that JDG have gotten this far because of their team fighting. Their objective setup, their control around the map is what makes them world class. So T1 said, you know what? How do you fare in 1v1, 2v2, and side lanes? And this is an area where JDG have not consistently been
1v1.
tested. Whereas T1 is more than happy to play that style with Zeus and Faker playing at their prime. It is an advantage that JDG just don't seem to have a reliable answer for.
It's globals for T1.
Bagel Rush retired.
And first pick, Lucianami bottom
That
lane.
is
The
2 years
core of it all.
old.
Guma and Carrier, top 2 KDA players coming into this series, and they are proving worth the investment.
We'll see how many more games.
I should
T1
go
can
charge
pick
my
up.
phone at 120%.
Game 1 was incredibly close. Game 2, pretty close as well, but T1 closed it out with a lot of swagger at the end. And now we get to see it all again. Certainly gameplay, a bit fewer tools than Yone in Super outplaying a 1v3, but I want to see it all the same. We know Zeus is an incredible player. Owner, we'll see how much he's able to play around the map. The gang power not huge up there. I want to know what he does other than rush double 6.
See the early skirmish
Started with
again.
corrupted potion here for himself on the gangplank. So you can be very, very aggressive in early lane phase, spamming out your Qs with your corrupting potion, taking to get a lot of strong trades. But the real
Not
crux
me
is
reset
to get enough money for his Sheen back with that investment.
Well, Prime Gaming is giving away 150,000 RP to several lucky fans every single day of Worlds. Head over to PrimeGamingWorlds22.com to enter and make sure to put in a secret code to get bonus entries.
Run from it, hide from it. They will find you all the same. The TSM chats have made their way.
In every city, which I'm very happy about. It is so much fun to be back here casting in front of a 20,000 person arena. Do you want to sound like 20,000 people right now? Thank you.
It is electric in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's see if we can keep that energy up as we move into game 3. So we're looking at the early game, the early pathing. Ona going to start on the Raptors. Nocturne's early clear through these multiple camps is very fast, very efficient. And it's like go back to the reds and then perhaps go full clear top side or path towards.
They just had a
Definitely
corner.
expect a full player from him.
Yeah, same.
Should be noted that during 369, base tanking the barrel tri-brush play here from Zeus, he was able to get his ward there down onto the crutch. So they'll have that timer on the Nocturne full clear. And it is also worth noting, you don't just go from Raptors to red for your full clear for Nocturne. He's trying to get all these smaller camps down and respawning quicker by going to crutch first, then
picking up red buff. It's a hyper-efficient path, right? Because as you rightly said, it gets this respawn timer going much quicker, but also what's crucial is he's doing a full clear from top side into the bottom lane. The person we also have to keep our eyes on is Kanavi. Often what he's done is full clear on one side of the map into a mid lane gank. We've seen that 2 times in a row, and we've seen Faker burn some type of summoner, whether it be Ghost or Flash, or basically pressure being put onto Faker in mid lane. This ward, though, that you just highlighted for me, Cody, covers for that. T1 have adapted, and they've recognized that this is a consistent play that Kanavi looks to make, so they're mitigating any early pressure to give Faker a little bit more safety in the 1v1.
More poke at the bottom side, temporary 3 CS lead here for Gumin. He's shutting that one down. Obviously, not going to rush down to the bottom side now. Gets his own blue buff at level 3. And then can kind of path back up.
I just get my phone charger.
Makes like he's putting a ward down, so he actually doesn't go for it, but makes the move to say, I've warded the invade, you know. Actually finally does put it down. So we'll see if Nocturne goes through or if he goes for a gank through. Obviously, he wants to go behind. It's hard to gank Vizier from the front. And it's far enough back that the controller doesn't see it. Actually pretty important to get the positioning right away from a control ward. Kanavi has skipped one camp and is up top side.
This is what I'm talking about. For playing against Gangplank, stack a wave and go for the dive early. That's your opening.
Here we go. Wants to find this one at the right time. Lets the W go down. Puts all the attacks down at one time. Zeus just going to let him drop the aggro for the health bars down to 100. He can't get his wave very fast. The turn's been reset. Second stun cuts across. First blood claim.
I got what I missed.
To drop aggro.
They did it. They
What an early
executed on
kill.
the stack wave and dive versus Gangplank. The classic for Renekton matchup here into it. I will say,
Gangplank not really do anything there.
Kanavi was trying to
At least he didn't burn Flash early.
even though it looks kind of
He
weird
just
there,
like simply.
he holds onto his flash, he saves the summoner spell, still goes down, and is able to teleport right back, so at least he doesn't lose that.
And crucially, he got 11 CS and Future's Market. He can afford Sheen on the recall. That is so important as the Gangplank, and he has the item he needs to play this play now.
That was our exact question for him. Yeah, so big stuff there. Even though going down, so JDG with that first blood buddy
Biggest geeks.
from Kanavi, as the wave
Oh,
is
the
bounced
double?
back.
Double?
Doctor's here. Renekton, I mean, it's pickaxe versus Sheen. They're actually both relatively powerful here. Gets away from the barrel, took the passive back, and the bait, the trap has been set. Zay's gonna be hit. Eats the oranges, takes us for now. Oda wants a bit more, but he's waiting out. Belgium nothing. The flash in. Zay's the flash follow. It's a 1-for-1. But can Renekton win against Nocturne? The big stun at 369 is good for us.
Oh, he's BMing it.
And there's no teleport on Zeus. Look at this minion wave. 369. He's so satisfied. Can keep the minion wave there. Zeus is gonna have to walk all the way back. Here it is, Kanavi. Such a big brain counter gank here. And then when Owner and Zeus try and flash forward to finish off the kill on him, they get the answer, and 369 can finish off the second kill as well with all the rage he had stacked up on the Renekton.
The initial problem with that play for 369 was that his abilities were on cooldown. Just before that play happened, he invested everything onto getting a short trading in Zeus, which made it awkward. So Kanavi getting that initial exchange into Zeus was really smart because it just bought 369 that extra bit of time. But it also gave the JDG top jungle an opportunity to get revenge after they got hard outplayed last game.
Yeah, this
Oh.
what's the sun gonna look like is the question. Nocturne's nearby. Conqueror stacked up. Oh no, Owner's here. Just kidding. We got our own juggler. The
Oh.
Getting fucked. Holy shit.
It's time to be afraid.
Oh.
Bot side. It's hope. Extinguishing it from T1. Gets the root. The flash from Faker.
Ah!
Hit with the
Nami.
He might kill Nami. He might kill Nami. Yeah.
Ah!
Fucking Dublin! What is happening?
It's time to nine minions again.
6 minutes into the game, we promised you a bloodbath, and in the arena, both teams are delivering.
It's just 5 games of this right into my veins. My goodness, they are so aggressive going for that dive. My Kanavi here, right into the face of Zeus, and he stands tall. Q right in front of him, gets the kill, plus gets that minion wave. That was so critical. You know what Kanavi was thinking? He was thinking, if I could kill him here, this Gangplank is out of the game. But losing another giant stacked wave would be just devastating, and yet he pulls it out. Both dives. Let's take a look back at the beginning before all the craziness.
So 369, he gets double 6 and he's committed to getting this kill. Doesn't quite have the stun up yet. Not sure where that was available. But you're going to see him use it just now as the Nocturne Snow Shield gets broken by the cube into the stun. But it's enough damage for Kanavi to get that conversion and then go for a commitment onto Zeus. He's so low in the top lane. Oh, the heal, and he realizes Kanavi, if he stays underneath the tower, it's going to be a 1-1. We didn't get to see the 2v2 kill in bot lane.
Order
So he
6.
back into action.
Well, there's have ultis. There's no fight to be had. The CC not really going to be landed. Of course, missing without much available on his hit. Okay, not there. Just barely little 5 for carry.
Connor, you feeling better from COVID, by the way?
Just either clear out the wave and then shove in.
So you can see once again Kanavi covering for his laners. This is something that he's consistently done throughout the
Boys?
season to make sure that they can get this push underneath the tower to either allow him to invade, get
Boys?
position, or to allow the laners to reset
You there?
and spend that gold. Right now they're contesting that bot side. River Vision, he will be able to secure that crab. T1 will just be forced to watch.
Boys?
As we
You
move
there?
forward, what is this bottom lane going to mean?
It means Nocturne.
Oh!
The Nocturne's got shredded.
Missing a little element, not enough damage to kill another turret.
Exactly. We can't even get our words out. It's so action-packed here. T1 strategy, though, remember, all the globals drafted to play around this bottom lane. The first pick, Lucian Nami, rewarded again. This is now a 2-kill Faker Rise in mid lane that can roam down there. Plus the Nocturne ultimate, just used by Owner, will secure not only turret plates for Gumin and Keria, but also the Dragon Stack can start now.
And I think that was really crucial for T1 because dying in the 2 versus 2 from JDG was not a great position for the Lucian Army to be in. We've seen Yushi do this before, but he's able to bounce back as he demonstrated last game. And the fact that Faker and Owner can consistently roll towards the one side of the map and just make sure that T1's duo stays ahead is something
What
that
on earth?
Exactly. No lane is safe now. T1, with their draft, invested so heavily into globals. Deus is going to be pushed off a little bit more of this top lane presence.
Just getting off the XP, but the same thing, of course, was happening to the JDG bottom side. They
Oh
goes
my
back
God.
to play his own wave. Kanavi's going to take away the Krugs, as you can see, 369 gets his second plate, and the Q's going to land at the right time. Kanavi got a bit too early, gets it low, and Parlay takes the lion's share of the XP away from Kanavi. The gold, though, so we'll see on the small ones. But now this turret dies to a simple Herald charge. They want on hope they can lane swap, get him topside some Herald for him.
One of the reasons why Deus is so hyped up as this young.
I'm just hearing an echo from
Not
Aaron.
just because of the pop-off,
Sorry.
because of the C carry games, but also his ability to play on the weak side here, giving
Hello,
up
how's
the
that?
extra
Is that
wave,
better?
Still staying calm, going in,
Yeah.
sitting with the Q on the attempted jungle.
I'm just charging my phone as
there
well.
as well for himself. And even though he's significantly behind ACS with all the top lane focus, his ult is ready and enables T1 to make that cross-map play now.
Certainly is. We'll see where he chooses to invest it. Right now, both supports have made their way back out onto the map.
Oh, it's Starbreaker!
Games went deathless.
Ah, and the Nocturne.
Was killed, but by missing, which is quite ironic. The first thing killing before 15 minutes is another support. But T1 dead even right now with JDG with a slight gold lead. They has to be careful though. The ultimate is available for Dig Out. He chooses not to commit those. They don't know it, but they're wary of Owner and his ability to very quickly join the fight.
Yeah, they're just itching to use this global composition. Gangplank ultimate ready, Nocturne ultimate ready,
Rise.
Faker as well afterwards with the Realm Warp. If they first get the kill, then he can Realm Warp the minions forward to help push on towers, and they're going now.
Big damage down to the turret, down to 2 plates itself, as Pope will be able to clear the wave out, but it forces that TP from Yagao, and it means T1 to push down mid lane first, because they can come out of plate down to mid lane.
Much like last game, T1 with all the advantages in the questions that they can pose to JDG. Hey, what will you do if we force on bottom lane? Well, you have to teleport. Now you've got this giant long cooldown. You can't get right back to mid. They just push the mid lane in. They will take the teleport cooldown advantage and not force the dive there. Just use the cooldown teleport.
I like the way that you describe that. It's T1 hang on ult.
Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go.
Oh.
You already did that.
369 runs away.
Not enough damage, not enough damage from Gangplank.
Barely lives, has no team to get back to lane.
That was 2 flashes where and cancels face
to
though.
make sure
Oh,
that
yeah,
Tether
there.
stays in
But
range of the champion
they still know.
Unfortunately,
But I don't know if they know
couldn't
that
quite
the
get in range to deal that
I know
extra
he's
bit of damage to get the kill.
Nickman still has
He'll actually 140 back on that one. Kanavi getting a bit low, but he's not ready to hard
that's a
CC.
loader. They dodge.
Helps the way to get cleared. Gets his own fast recall because of the Herald and inventory. But
Not enough
remember,
damage here
down
from
below
Gangplank.
1 minute, has to get into a lane soon.
I want to point out how far forward all these lanes are for T1. Look at this, the tenacious fighting. Bottom lane shoving up in the 2v2. Top lane constantly being matched by Owner in the 2v2. Faker as well. Mid lane. They are not letting JDG move onto this map.
T1, they know how to play the early game with high aggression. This is a team that throughout the year has been known for their incredibly dominant early game. And I think that they've demonstrated at this World Championship that they know how to transition that lead into quick wins. Most of their games, sub 30 minutes. This is a team that dominates with the early lead. But JDG, they're used to aggression. Okay, they're from the LPL, the homeland of aggressive tendencies in the early game, and they are accustomed to weathering that storm. The question is, can they get the fights that they're looking for?
And especially in that aggressive homeland, they're the kings of coming back. So it keeps it exciting here. We'll see if they're able to fight their way out of it this time.
The money of the turret does go to 369. Gore Drinker now done. He, of course, wants to stack his armor, hit triple AD, holding the front line with his Gore Drinker. Has a gold lead, but obviously the scaling so much better on the gameplay. Carrier looking for any wards that can be put down or swept away. Red Buff will be claimed.
I think possibly the biggest difference too in this game is that this is the game where T1 are going to be the early Dragon stacking team. So Dragon arriving very shortly here. No teleport on Zeus or ultimate from the Gangplank. This is the one that gets a little bit dicey on the timing windows. Of course, your Gangplank ultimate cooldown comes up really quickly. So as long as it doesn't happen right now.
Yeah, overall, hits the fight. The barrel's going to get hit, though, which means the slow is there. The passive
Oh.
reset. And Zeus wants to be the king of top lane. Barrels it out for a bit, though. Gets his passive back. Flashes in.
What? He's trying to get his auto passive off.
This is the battle of top laners we wanted to see. 369 struck first. Zeus bounced back in game 2, and we saw the isolated 1v1 matchup. It was close, but Zeus overstepped, and 369 comes out on top.
They have them both right now. They can both show up. What can he open the wall? Kanavi is going to run that one. Flashes first.
Oh, Nami!
The kill comes across. Faker's on a killing spree. Missing flashes for his life.
They got the early rope so they can fully commit. Even when Yagao coming to try and close the gap here, T1 getting the early kill on Kanavi means they will get priority on Dragon. They will get the objective despite Zeus.
I heard Aaron screaming though, because I was like, something's happening. Zeus just kind of.
I mean, every time we see one advantage game that's somewhere,
Flashing him.
the other
The
team
Michael,
is
you call the
advantage
Michael.
elsewhere on the map. It's just really good awareness from T1 to commit to that bot side of the map play. They're able to collapse much faster compared to JDG.
It's funny, I talk so much shit about Michael, but if we play Overwatch and he's better than me, that'd be really funny.
So
Watch the replay, watch the replay.
Offline, I was looking at the cooldown for his ultimate. It was only a few more seconds afterwards. You can see here he has the option with extra distance, but he flashes in instead without waiting for the ultimate, and 369 just rips him a new one. This is 369.
Yeah, definitely.
The thingy is on, like the stun duration. That's how he gets his stun off. Flashing it.
Does go to JDG.
Because I think he was going for the RNG of the crit and the auto.
favorite as well. The top
There's
scoreboard
you.
says T1 are winning game 3. The guy who just farming so far has not found his way into any of these fights. See if the Herald charge can be hit forward. It's 1-1 in turrets. Plates were close earlier. 369 able to hold the front line decently
A
well.
lot of damage.
But it's able to come back on in. As
Just
Flash
the
2
Nami
ulti's up now. They're
Rice.
trying to find a target. Luna has his plans. Of course, Zeus has
Yeah, hitting a Nami bubble and professional is so hard.
It's basically the same comp as last time. See, this time they've gone for more of these guys have more
No tank.
At least considering the enemy team had like so much mobility, they could get through. So they can't just be caught out with Nami's bubble.
Yeah, T1's looking to get some breathing room. They sent Faker down to bottom side. So the only lane where they had already taken the outer tower. So Faker trying to push on bottom, get the minions up to the secondary tower, while the rest of the 4 squad here puts pressure on mid.
The Wizards have cleared away. JDG obviously pretty good scaling on the Aphelios down here, but Guma has always put out so much damage in these fights moving towards the zone. Rapid fire cannon later on. Missing against Australia's done. JDG ever confident in the movement speed. We get 3 games in a row of Cloud Rift. Let's hear it for Cloud Dragon, baby. Yeah. It's the best
I
one.
believe it's always Cloud.
Fucking
What
clown.
the fuck? That's always like changed
I've been very
scene because everyone gets
Cloudrick
showcased.
was the least
It literally just changes the thing where everyone
Oh.
gets
coming off of it was not gonna die to it.
Ooh, that hit, but then not enough damage.
Nah, but now he's gotta be scared. You gotta defend tower with half health.
Well, I don't think a world's player is going to just be scared.
By the way, here's the rest of it flashing on enemies. Doctors left
Big,
alone.
I'm trying to go deep.
Gonna stay alive. The
Deep,
scoop
like,
power.
That's it.
Yes, Sonya's.
Is still
Oh, getting gone out. Oh, behind my neck.
369.
Wait, he went too deep. They thought they were under tower.
369 wanted another solo
He
blow
died too
of
up
his
between
own.
two
He
towers.
does get the loss of his own life. It means JDG
Is that why is that rise at 2k health? Holy shit, tanky boy. Jesus.
His damage comes from his mana.
Tanky boy.
Picking up kill after kill. And he was the benefactor
What was that
of
dive by Riddick? He's under
I didn't even see it.
Look at that. He's coming back. No, he's coming from the back.
Maybe there's someone at the top. There's a gangplank at the top, that's why.
Has a gang like you just lost maybe
The ultimate from Yagao is good. Lands onto two members of T1. They're forced to flash out. Meanwhile on the back.
So he was close.
Riddick was chasing Zeus.
He did get a kill then.
Yeah, but then he's between two towers and then he was isolated.
That statement, but regardless, it ends up being
He actually chased Zeus down.
still stay strong and T1 holds the gold.
Trying to deny Zeus as much early by not getting him minus to get him. What is that? Oh my god, that was epilepsy.
What?
Brinkies.
Looks like Blade of the Ruin came
What
on
are
with 2 damage items here on the Diego. The advanced blade can often be pretty
the
powerful.
jungle. Nice.
Look at that one, but not going to be a problem here. Ranking that he claimed for an invade to the issue. The rest of T1 ensuring the bottom jungle belongs to them. And they want to keep up this dragon stacking. Deus right now, no ultimate again, as it's ticking down with him pushing on top side. Moments before the Drake, if you get a teleport from Big like early on, instead of your barrels through some of these brush in the fog of war, that can lead to some big explosions. But they're actually valuing just walking Zay's down now. Walking down the river, 12 seconds till it spawns. JDG are the ones who own the path down. Kanadi aggressive looks for any wards, doesn't see any. One gets put down, put out as well. Kuma.
Bling coming in again.
Shirley is out. 369 cannot find his target. Locked in place.
How's that pussy so alive? Yeah, oh! Jesus, the damage! Hey yo! What the f- He doesn't even have fucking ghosts! Among Us? Bloody, what's his name? Diego?
Oh,
1K!
T1 with an incredible team fight in the mid lane are able to usurp the team fighting powers of JDG. 369.
That's a big shutdown.
The game goals. The big shut down as T1 dance around him, dance around JDG, and secure themselves.
Then 300 for the team, so what's 3 times 5? 1,500 for the entire team.
So confident right
Baron.
now, in the face of these melee champions, baiting them in, daring them to try and touch him. Stays just out of arm's length there, and he won. Oh, can he run this though? Flash was not even remotely close to dying.
It seems turn.
It's her falls T1, 30-50 on the Red Bull Baron power play. Yes, they dropped the Cloud Drake, just needs more to be killed. And it's positive, honestly, as we crest into 2 and 3 items. Chainsword on the way now for the top lane. Look at this. He dashes in with the ultimate to get some damage here, and then allowing 369 dashboard, he just kites him.
They baited him so much.
The double knock. Ulti is the bubble right into T1's hand.
Well, that bust!
Beautifully throughout this series. The chain CC, there was nothing Renekton could do. And
Say no,
like,
Among
this
Us.
is just one of the problems with
Is that ass?
the access onto the backline.
Among Us, bro. The guy looks like a punk, though.
The smiles on the T1 faces and the frustrations on the side of JDG after losing that battle.
I like JDG's logo though, it's cool.
This
Cement.
one goes in.
Chunks hope to have
Oh.
away from a lot of time. Getting away from the field.
Oh! See those bears here? It was ambitious. Oh! 369 on the rise. Maybe.
Flash up in 5 seconds to find a good target carrier. Has nowhere to go. There's no zone flash. Doesn't have a good way out.
What y'all doing? Oh, maybe? LaBelle. Oh, Lulu! Ow! Ow! Oh my god, that's so obvious. I never think of that. Damn, Lulu's smart. I'm always focusing on what's going to happen once they're standing on the other side. Yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, it's so obvious. I never thought of it. Oh, it's stressful. Being in that situation is stressful.
It's more stressful. Like if they had flash, they could have flashed around or down the side of the glass cones before they hit. But obviously that wasn't available. So they couldn't do that.
T1's objective stacking here. Another bait attempt here from Kobayashi as they get the counter onto Kanavi, and it's the ultimate commitment there from Knoxville. Meanwhile, here's our solo we're looking for.
Yeah, because this wasn't shown before, all we saw was the kill.
ultimate to try and escape, but the stun net comes through from Chris enough to mitigate that. Baker doesn't have flash available to get away. Realizes he can't do anything in the 1v1.
And cookies.
369 catches T1 completely unawares. Zeus and Carrier.
Yeah, why go for the Nami and not the gangplank?
You're not gonna kill him. You're not gonna catch gangplank. Nami's already low.
And you can tell the bloodlust is getting to these players.
Yeah,
Earlier, Owner with the tower dive on that Nocturne with the rest of his team just
what you're saying, Aaron, is go for the carry, but if Nami's already isolated and she's really low, might as well go for her.
Guaranteed kill rather than risk it.
Yeah, she's literally in your jungle, so you can just follow her.
Down to the bottom.
Just trading tier 2.
Well, 4-man strong. They shove this one out. They lay out a tree.
Oh, the gangplank wave clear.
As gangplank ult was required to clear out top wave.
that
They're
might be
still
good.
going for
Jesus.
pushing the bottom side. 2 turns taken.
man,
JDG says most of the team
Not
back to the
much.
bench.
Oh, Jesus.
Really
The emotes.
We complemented their ability to play through the sidelines in game 2. They're demonstrating it here in game 3.
Nearly got
I
caught
say
out
that
there.
he baited out the ultimate, but that's what ended up happening. Doesn't get caught off guard. T1 though with a barrage coming.
Oh! Trolling, doing a bit of trolling in there.
Running around the jungle when I just sold it.
Yeah, so with the running there. Let's go.
Oh,
Another
the
fight.
double dive.
They
Oh, get up! Oh! No way! What? What? Oh! No way! Wait, which one? I didn't see.
The one at the top, she
Oh.
realized he wasn't inside the bush. They could have canceled his TP if they were able to ward and then kill him with
Baker is still on the lineup with all of these young prodigies.
So I think it's the lineup.
He's still
He ain't old. He's
T1
still built
will
different.
use that commitment topside as well.
Gaming
Miller
chat.
picks up Dragon.
Our Baker.
One away from the soul. T1
I guess you could say he faked them.
lead. An inhibitor lead. And a famous lead here in game 3. They'll drop the scuttle. It's not nearly as important as the best player of all time on your
Bro, I told some dude that I'd like hang out because I kind of canceled on him yesterday. But it's so pog. I don't want to go to just hang out and walk. I want to watch Wolves. I said 3 hours, and he's like, 12 o'clock sound.
Now you're high.
Yeah, I had no sleep. Okay.
369
Don't hurt.
So you're just
Among Us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it started since last week. Last week, World. I've been fucking retarded. Sorry, language. Oh, it's a team fight. It's going one by one. Oh, Namio! Oh. Is it one or owner? Shish. Wait, what? Oh, it's even. Even Stevens. Oh. Oh, she's fast. Oh, she's fast though. She do be fasting. Is this Ramadan? Does she be fasting? She fast. She fast. Oh. Which minions? Nah, Viego's up. So he needs to back off. Back off. Gumiani. How do you say it? The Gumyusi? Is that the Gumyusi? That'd be TikTok and the internet. My brother in Christ, is that the Gumyusi? I love it.
Weather the storm. Bot-lane inhibitor respawning before too long. There are still 2 waves coming in.
Oh, boys, you want to hear my controversial hot take?
What a clutch play there from JDG.
All this stuff. It's not even controversial. Oh, it is controversial. I don't know. Like this whole AAVE, I don't know. Is it African American VE? Vernacular? Vocab? I don't know, whatever. But like, apparently you can't say certain phrases. I'm like, bruh. Are you serious? Get the fuck out. Too far. I like saying funny internet.
Wait, so have you not slayed that?
No. I slept during the first game. Like the second half of the first game. I don't know. TikTok, Overwatch, Reddit, boredom. No, mostly just TikTok. Yeah, but it's like I don't wanna. Wouldn't dumb. Oh, they're doing it.
Once again, JDG must answer the call. They must walk into.
Oh, he's not a bad boy. Oh, and the safety from the Rizal. Oh, it's GG. That's GG, right? Oh no, he fucked up the thing. But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Oh, GP barrels, barreling. He's barreling towards them. Ow. Wait, what? What? They're not ending? I thought they were just pushing in. I didn't know this. Oh wait, no, Viego's up soon. Oh, they're up soon actually. Ooh. They'll end, but they can make it look dramatic at least. Wait. Ah. Like the other team. Why is it putting a Why is it putting a thingy? Mask on? No, I remember that. I remember seeing the memes of it. Ow! I want to see him upgrade to a fucking Akshan sling. Or something, bro. Be cracked up. Who else is acrobatic? Bro, the Camille backflip. You know, the kick backflip. What? Wow. Squats my ass.
watched an interview that Ashley did with Zeus, and he says that when I was playing bad, Guma said, "Look at me, look at me."
You see the camping boss of who is Faker?
Yeah, I will carry you. Don't worry about it.
For the blind, he
Even
is the
though
vision.
Zeus
For the
was
hungry,
shut
he
down
is
in
the
this game,
chief.
he only had to look
For the
bot lane at the
thirsty,
superstar
he is the
to know
water.
that when
If
it's up
Faker
and
thinks
down,
I
he's
agree,
coming.
if Faker speaks, I'm
So
listening.
beautifully done.
Faker's
T1
one fan
on
is
match point to head back
if Faker
to the
says the
World
fan, I
Championship
don't
Finals.
exist.
For that match point, breaking down this game.
You see that corner? You see that everyone's copying
Thank you
boss
very
in
much for welcome back
this
to the
Faker.
analyst desk here at the State Farm Arena. Emily, she loves CrossFit play, so do we. We love
You
beautiful
don't
legends.
understand. T1 have improved so much.
Well, we're gonna
Amazing.
talk about that. We're
I'm
gonna talk
so
about that a
happy.
little bit as T1 puts the series on series point, now up 2-1. We dive back into the draft because the teams had swap sides scheduled. We had a lot of questions about what
Sorry?
are the changing factors.
Emily,
The
do
plays
Emily
stay
looks
the
good,
same,
dude.
even
Which
on
one?
opposite sides of
Who?
the map. So
Where?
we're looking only in those top triangles for the change.
Ah, God,
We
God,
expected
damn
to come
it.
through and that was
Come on.
I mean, not really. I was thinking about like the meta politics of it all. Like, you know, every time I see a female caster, I'm like, yo, that's awesome, good for them and the representation. But I'm also like the glaring elephant in the room where it's like, oh, is it like, you know, it's like you know, I just think of all the politics and the like the behind the scenes decisions, you know.
I am lost.
Cool dress though.
I understand how Connor's going. I just got lost in the
No, it's just the stock like lack of goals in esports, you know, in general. Right? I mean, like, Philip made it sound so obvious and matter of factly, I remember.
It just looks like
Let's
it's
be
not.
real,
It's
this is what
about it.
everyone came to see.
It's not
Was
talking about the last
369 Zeus, and Zeus got put down
And you're like taking
very
it too
far
far.
behind, which is why it is actually important that
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's like my brain can't help but think that. You know? That's more what I think about if you're gonna ask me.
It was nonstop. Yeah, we talked about being much for the best top player in the world. I think 369 is making a very good case, though. His team is currently down in the series. He was able to find solo kills on Zeus, found solo kills on Faker. Later was dominating in this top side and the 1 point of pressure for them on the map. Yeah, you can't really fault JDG or 369 for this game. They play heavy through top side. Owners forced to cover on a champion like Nocturne, which struggles pre-6, but they have to cover it in high times because the waves will always be in states that are either bouncing or diveable stacking into Zeus. So they tried to fight back.
Oh, that would have killed if he didn't have the fucking bullshit ass, whatever it's called. Oranges. Wait, does he eat fucking watermelons as his W, or can you not see?
Yeah, it's watermelon.
He eats a watermelon on that skin? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Love that. No, remember the barrels. What does he eat?
Yeah, and I think the big thing again for
Look.
is a bot side
Ah, the whiff! Oh, but it didn't matter.
and that is really what just ended up deciding that
That's
bot
awesome.
lane, right? So from that point on, I think this Lucian Nami were just so powerful, and then we continued to see those super important.
I don't see it too much.
Baiting out
Quietly,
fights,
maybe
just
in
soaking
the
up
nose,
just
if I
as
have to
much
be
pressure
mean.
And I
as
can
what
hear
they
an
were doing
echo.
on top side.
But
And that ended
otherwise,
up
not
making
too
such a
much.
massive difference. In addition to the rise you pointed out,
I don't know
because
what to do.
we talked about Owner and Nocturne and, you know, someone
Remote fell down.
like,
Wait
okay,
up.
who is Nocturne's like dive buddy, right? But the global pressure they were able to have with these two picks, the fact that Faker
I don't know. I remember some YouTuber talking about how like
Nocturne didn't have to go
like every time his wife is in a YouTube video, he gets like so many more comments on a YouTube video. But then all of them aren't about her video or what she said or whatever. Or the content is all about the woman. And I was like, oof. And then it's like, you know, just women in general on the internet have a rough time. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I try not to add to the discourse of negativity. Yeah.
And then it's, oh my god, why man?
Wow, exactly.
Why man?
Just dang.
Why man?
Women.
What is why man? Oh, look at this. Yeah,
God damn it, y'all are making me want to play, but I already agreed to this dude that it's like thing, and it's like, alright.
Let's go. What?
No, because I was supposed to go soccer yesterday. I was just bloody lazy.
Yeah, you ditched that, you bitch. You dumb
comes through.
All right, there's nothing
Nice.
happening, right?
What?
Jerry's asking me. Nothing's
Yeah,
happening.
I told them as well. He said, "Is there any plans?" I
Yeah.
said, "I'm not sure, but if you can remember, I said I have a game at 4, so I'll
Yeah.
be leaving home at 3,
No worries.
and I have a game until whatever, and then I'll be ready at 6:30 if we're actually going."
Really? I just went one below you. Yeah, no, I just oh my god, that's correct. I said I put lower than he was in the prompt.
Wait, Mark is still in here. That's pretty cool. The announcer on the far right.
What about him?
Thank you very much.
He used to be associated with offline TV, but
Oh shit!
he's actually one of the casters.
Oh wait, was he on the podcast?
Very rare to even get close to 1 per minute, and we are just.
No, he's one of the people who helped with offline TV behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, nice. Hey, good for him.
To push us all the way to 5. The fate of the LPL rests squarely on the shoulders of JDG to see if they can tie the series up and stay
It's
alive.
usually it really depends if they will pick him as a cast. But I good thing he's still there.
Australia South 369 cannot find his target. Locked in place. Needs to hold to stay alive, but he's feared and he's fallen. Nocturne goes for number 2. Home drop. A flash away from missing. But Faker won.
The Cloud Drake makes Nocturne look like he's fucking ghosted.
Maybe he is. Dude, what is that healing?
Bro, I like this though. I never care about sports, and it still kind of feels weird because it's esports. But it's like, wow, I gotta be part of something. Wow. I haven't heard it enough yet.
Muted. See, everyone say muted.
Wow. Oh.
Look, everyone in the chat say muted.
No, the dog. The dog and the president.
They are.
No, I do not want to see videos of the Korea stuff. That is scary. No, thank you.
Korea?
No, you know that Korea thing? Halloween party?
Yeah, they hate Taiwan.
Insane.
Oh, right, okay. I was confused. What? It's just a stampede. Like it got overwhelmed this year too much, and since it's been 3 years since COVID happened, no one expected that to actually happen. Apparently, it could be related to a gas leak. That's what they caused it. So everyone panicked, and then they just started running. Like I saw a clip or a TikTok where it's just normal, like you can still walk around water with no issues, but then it gets really tight and difficult, and then it gets crowded, and then it's just pretty hard to walk around. Interesting. That's how it just went.
Oh, yo, I had this cool idea while sleepless. You know what would be a cool game feature? Maybe like make a game around it, or at least a feature, right? Or maybe in real life. I don't know. Probably a fighting game, right? Yeah. I had this idea. Pretty much, you know how there's like punching and fighting, right? Yo. Yes. I'm thinking you like highlight the area that's like pretty much your hitbox, right? You highlight the fist or your knee or whatever that's going out. and then with like the weight of the thing, with the velocity, and also like how hard it impacts, like where it impacts, how hardly it impacts, like you get like all the stats pretty much. So it's like, say you throw out a punch, it pops up with like 24 kilometers per hour. This person's left arm has this much newtons of force and shit. You know, I thought that'd be cool.
I think they already do that in like the real boxing.
Nah, they don't have highlights.
They show how hard they punch, but at the same time, we don't have that technology where you can put that in the gloves where they can measure how much.
Yeah, of course. No, because that would be like metal and shit.
That will interfere the actual thing. There's a heavy metal that they're being detected.
It would be cool.
But I understand what you mean, but I still don't have the technology where they can people start adapting.
No, that's what I'm saying. Make it a game.
Isn't that mostly what's happening in VR right now? What the fuck? Everyone's getting hit with 8 ads. 7 ads.
Might be
Ad time.
I don't have ads.
I'm for your ads, honey. Reminds me of those ads.
Because apparently, Netflix is gonna start forcing creators to play ads, because there's like kind of like a reward thing where if you do it, you get like around like an incentive for just playing ads. And then there's XQC who's like he's trying to help people not get around the ads by telling them to just get the Twitch. It's not Twitch Prime, but something else related to Twitch, where if you get a corner, you'll never get ads anymore. So it's like kind of like Twitch, but even with Twitch Prime, apparently you still, or subs, you still get ads, which is fucking weird.
Interesting. I don't know if that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. Oh, fucking find this bug. I keep hearing the TFT shit. What did Jerry say, Aaron?
No reply.
Sag. Aaron, wanna play Guess That Asian?
I'm good.
Tell me when they're in game.
We got 20.
It's like
so it's still a while.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. And then they're still gonna play like 2 more ads. Wait, what do you mean? Why don't you want to play Guess That Asian, Aaron?
In stream.
Let's see how much Asian ethnicity, you're in stream.
Oh shit, turn up the sound. It is advertising time.
Oh, I don't want to see ads.
Welcome back to the State Farm Arena. T1 are a game away from making their first World Final in 5 years. The Faker era, the T1 era ended in 2017 when the man made 4 World Finals, winning 3 of them in a 5-year streak. We come 5 years later, he's went pretty far. But the finals he has not reached in a very long time, and he's about to do it.
And last year, with a lot of the players that we see on stage right now, it was the semifinals. That was the barrier that they could not cross against Dortmund. However, today, with the addition of Zeus, with the dominant bid they've had, it feels like that they've reached a point where they're ready to return to the pedestal, the pinnacle of League of Legends. Now, GDG, they're a team you can't afford to underestimate. They've been put in this position many times before, and we know that they are resilient. Let's see what they can bring out against the powerhouse that is T1 is best of luck.
Exactly. Did not underestimate this team. Both the ability to come back in game, in team fights, and also in series. In the LPL semifinals and finals, full 5-game series.
But what the actual hell is freaking Kanye?
Getting the owner here of the target ban. JDG, they've got too many target bans to deal with. There's so many threats.
Oh, they got rid of Lucian, they got rid of Rise. But who does that leave open? My brain is small. There's Graves. So Graves hasn't been banned.
Graves, Viego.
Whoa. No, who did they ban last time, though? Instead of Rise and Lucian.
They're bad. Really true. But yeah, it isn't really good for T1 to be honest. So the ADC Wonder can go now is the Varus.
Oh, the Sejuani.
Because Varus is a good engage and good team fight to go with. Oh my gosh, look at that pick right now. Yeah, everyone's picking for T1 now since it's one more win and it's over. Some people are hoping for 2-2. Karma top.
Oh, Richard's awake.
Is that Karma top or Karma support? What is this? Oh, hey, yeah. So that's gonna be Sejuani AP. So that's support Karma.
There's a flex, right?
Because Velvet's already jungle, so that has to be either Sejuani support or Sejuani top. Oh, Azir, let's go! Wait, this is so good. So they can't actually just engage. They can just push them out. Wait, they like swapped their fucking thing. They went for Viego now. T1 went for Viego now.
Talia, what? Talia didn't do shit last game, did she?
Who? Oh, was it Talia? Wait, what were you on there?
Sorry.
Oh, they get rid of Kench, so they can't just get him out. So they might go Vire. If they get Kench out, they can get Vire. Wait, that's weird. There's no point of getting Vi here.
Why?
Because they can have Sejuani mid or top, but Vi...
You can have Sejuani jungle.
What? Sejuani's mostly played for mid or top now, not
No,
jungle.
they were saying it's a flex pick, so top or jungle. Or mid as well? I forget.
He can one-shot with his new AP thing. Bad catch, what the fuck?
Yeah, it is strange.
And Fiora. So they ban mostly fucking thing. And then there's a Renata. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's gonna be interesting to slap the fucking out of Velvet.
Boy, Jin. Seeing a JDG. I hope it goes to game 5. I don't care who wins. I just want a game 5, bro.
They have to go some point where it can one shot and take out teams. Because Jin can take out Azir, but
Eshe? 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 Oh, 1% pick rate.
I mean ban rate. Azir ban
Or
rate.
Chinese or
Chinese versus Korean team.
Oh my god, it is fucking Sejuani tops. Yeah, it's not surprising. Wait, who are they gonna pick for top then? Who's the counter for Sejuani? The only counter is, wait, Darius? Really? Oh no, that's this Timo! Oh no!
Oh shit!
He hovered to Timo!
Yeah. Wow, did they? I missed it. Wow. Oh damn! They're canceling the beginner classes. Damn. Ooh.
So Salah's gonna have a good ult again from stealing from T1, but he needs to pick perfectly on team fights. Like if he gets Renata and they're all plugged up in one, kind of like a tight spot, it's good. But if it's pretty open one, they need Gragas as well.
I'm not. It's fine. You overwater your mind.
Yago has to pick properly when he's taking people's ult. Not like Aaron who just takes people's ult and don't even know when he needs it. Jesus.
What's he gonna do this time around into the top lane? Love this pick because multiple forms of CC.
I want to learn the Luddy, boys.
Last
The Luddy?
Yeah, you know the Ludwig dance? The super white
Yeah, I know.
dance? I fucking love it, bro.
Have you tried doing it?
I should try. I should try. Fuck it.
Do it right now.
Whoa,
Open your
baby.
camera. Don't wear your team hats. Is that your T1 hat?
JDG, the last hope of the LPL for 4 years in a row. The LPL made the World Finals, a different team each time.
Oh, yeah. New Zealand is caught up now. Yeah, they're posting about the Korean thing.
ஏன் உங்களோட அறைய கேட்டுன இழுத்து விடுற நீங்க வெயில் பட்டா நல்லதானே வெயில் பட்டா நல்லதானே
நான் பறக்கிறேன்னா
அதுக்கு நல்லதானே அம்மா வெயில் பட்டா
வெயில் வரத்தான் நிப்பாடுறேன்
வெயில் வர நீங்க படுக்கைக்குள்ள இழுங்கோ நான் வெயில் வரட்டும் வீட்டுக்குள்ளேண்டு விட்டு இழுத்துட்டோம் வேணுமென்று இழுக்கிறீங்க
Why is everyone saying TSM? What the fuck?
No, game 5.
The crowd as well. TSM.
Just throw for game 5. Come on, boys.
எங்கட பழைய வீடு மணக்கம் தூட்ட மணக்கம் பவானி தான் சொன்னவள் எல்லாம் கூட்டுவீங்க அவள் வந்து கேட்கிற மழை உங்க வீடு மணக்குது அதுக்கு பிறகுதான் அடிக்கடி திறந்து விடுவாங்க
Someone put 369 more like 069.
Apparently he gets a 3, a 6, or a 9 from his fans, depending on his status, his performance in the game. Ooh, double up. Oh, I thought these were junglers. For fuck's sake.
Let's watch top now. Yeah, let's watch T. Zeus with.
Wait, is that Faker on this? Yeah, okay.
Both sides are just tanking. Disgusting. Oh, they're skirmishing. Show us top. They're skirmishing.
What? Oh.
Why are we watching bot? They're doing nothing.
Fuckers and
Bro, I want to see both. They're fighting.
Wait, they chose Belveth again? Is Belveth good though?
I would say game winning Renata Ultimates in this tournament.
Oh, interesting player. This Giovanni doesn't have flash. Your favorite champion,
Uh-huh.
doesn't know how to play jungle stage.
I'm a level 7 base room.
Fuck you so much fucking points before getting level 7, you bitch.
Oh, that's dead! That's dead! Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, JDG. It was nice knowing you, buddy.
Holy moly, prediction outplayed, annihilated. This team won bottom lane. The one that was promised.
I don't know what's going to happen in late game. Because, like I said, Giovanni doesn't have flash. He only has 8-9 the TP. But she's going to be front tank. So if she gets caught out, she's fucked.
That's happened. What happened? Oh, flash, boom, 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 boom. Done.
Yeah, grab, so he can CC, and then slow, and then an ignite, and then,
Really understands the limits of his champion. You give him a champion that
Because
has
like
a
they
little
said,
bit more agency than an army, and he does stuff like that.
Varus has like a lot of.
You're fumbling. You're fumbling, kiddo.
Happy to share a bit of XP with a laner. Total experience
What's that
play, but it will slightly delay the Gallagher.
Yeah, show us top G. Show us top.
The tanky boys.
He's gonna get stunned. He's gonna get stunned.
Oh.
There's so much more again.
Let's Renata. Come on, Renata.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna wait for the flash. They were waiting for the flash.
Now is their wave is in a terrible state, and their jungler is nowhere near
Trying
to
to dive for fucking Gragas. They traded.
JDG's bot lane can't get control of the river. This has to contest this push to make sure that the jungler has got right space. Now they can actually walk up and contest the wave. They're cooking a lot worse for the bot lane of JDG.
Playing towards the top side has not worked thus far for JDG.
It is interesting, Kerry went switching from support healing to assertive support now.
smartly for 369. But
Aggressive.
The Jack
For going for Renata, because Renata's more of an aggressive build.
not exactly a carry. No really good damage on the
So he went from
Whoa.
launch everything, dodge.
It would have been cool to see the Kali again. I just like seeing a Kali.
The fact that they gave Fake Silas is no way to.
Wait, they didn't. Fake is on the Azir.
Oh, sorry, no. The fact that they didn't ban Silas is
Teleport right back to the
great.
That's why
For JD, it's not great for T1.
They came out with actually has full names. Yeah, they gave me like I always think Silas is just fucking strong.
Yeah, man.
Strong. If you can pick up the right ult and the right.
I played him in ARAM and goddamn, I still lost that game
Yeah,
though.
it's ARAM, man.
Yeah, but every time I go Everfrost, so going Ludens the one time was a holy shit.
Yeah,
Well,
ARAM
damn.
doesn't feel as strong. To be honest. In ARAM, it's but in here, like I said, you gotta time when you want to grab people's ult and which one.
Oh, he's got level 6. Steal someone's ult. What have you done? I guess he's back.
I want to understand how you think how Silas can be more optimized here. Which ult should you grab on a tight area?
Definitely Renata. Always Renata when possible.
On an open space like in the river.
Yeah, even then, like your zoning ult.
Do you also still go Renata?
Zoning ult, bro.
Over Azir or fucking thing? Caracas?
Oh yeah, they got. No wait, you mean Sejuani? No wait, no wait, guys, yeah. Oh, depends. You could fuck up the Gragas very much so. Though. I don't know.
No, the whole point is you grabbing, Silas grabbing which ult.
I still miss Machine Gun Ultimate Silas though. When he first came out, I wish I'd played more of that. That would have been so cool.
Silas was
His,
that's what you usually happens when they release a champion.
at like level 3.
They haven't figured out what is the issue, and then they realize when people are using it.
No, at level 3, this motherfucker could like steal an ultimate, and then 5 seconds, 10 seconds later, steal another ultimate. Oh! Doing a bit of payback.
They swapped lanes already. Silas is top red.
He's saying, you know what, last
So
game,
JDG
I
will go
got a
to mid.
lead, I wasn't able to impact the rest of
JDG
that. This time he's saying, I'm level 6, I'm ganking bot, boys. They moved the Silas up to top lane. So they
Ganking
can
bot,
rotate
boys.
to mid. Kanavi is now here as well. I don't expect him to get the kill off the Faker, but great back movement there from JDG. That caught Sion's bot lane completely off guard.
Exactly, Ben.
Sejuani
It's
is
the
just that
rotation of mid lane at the top to get the pressure there. Top lane down to go for the gank, and then jungle comes in, so they don't lose out on any
what is he
team
another,
wave, while still allowing 369.
What is it? I see another streamer.
He's like, there's a fire on bottom side. I want to go clean it up.
Good one there, really good control. Bruno was suspicious of JDG hovering in that top side river, but they will spot it now and no fight points.
Reinforcement is the view range of their sweeper is larger than the view range of someone else seeing you while camouflage. Yeah, we have the vision difference anyway, and it's like, yep, can't see me. All right, someone's there. Cool. Ward, walk out. No danger here.
I didn't even notice they had
Herald play available. 8 minutes in,
One
no team's
plus.
gonna fight for it. The patience runs out.
Fly,
Slow to secure, which is time for JDG to push out top and mid wave. Meanwhile, Tijuana buying time for Pumat to join the rest of the squad. He will now arrive with his ultimate available. Looking at the supports as well. Curious as to how close they are to level 6, because that really could be the difference maker in the fight, as we see both teams once again contesting over this mid wave.
5 flashes up for T1. Missing both from the bottom lane. Of course, this guy didn't bring one his side, but he's got his ulti up. Cleanse the build for Goon means only so many good
No, it's still no level 6 on the support.
Attacked, T1. Will they find their way in? Barrel spots a ward.
Oh!
Drink it themselves.
Oh!
Cast is only a disengage. Ultimately,
there you go. I just put yeeted them out.
You see, zoning ult on Renata would have been so much better.
But like, they can all black out of it or just run away. The problem is if they're all, like you said, it was good if they're all in one area. Like, it's just one small fight area.
Oh! The flat. It did, but he cleansed it. Oh, Berserk! Oh! If you can live this, you are God. You know that? Oh, no. Oh, no way! No way! No way! Oh! My Jesus.
Every single member walking away on such low health bars, but Guma continues to be clean, sidestepping everything. But T1 all the way addicted to the fight as JDG secures
Certified
the
chef, man.
Then they go for the turnaround off of the knockup to Guma. They're trying to get back to this flashless carry, but they get the
Meow.
here onto owner. He
So
back
separated.
in.
He's got no mana. You have no mana. Oh, that hill. Jesus.
Like a matador dodging that Gragas.
Bro.
Because his passive popped on body slam. He was dead in the fourth shot. Somehow Hope was like, this might not kill. I gotta flash the body slam that could have landed on me. Somehow was right about that one. He lived with his sliver of health.
The thing that got me about that fight was in the replay seeing Faker just glide into the backline and he just looked at the AD carry and both ultimates were just in this really awkward position. But at the end of the day, T1 walk away as the victors of the fight.
So even the casters are just like, why is Faker already in no mana?
That's another dragon skill for T1. Similar to last game,
It's just
but
like,
how can JDG now use this early herald to gain an advantage over
holy shit,
T1?
Faker with 107. Everyone sees us at 80 right now. What the fuck?
Fake it things, baby. Fake it things. Oh, the Belvets with the Belosi voidlings. They call it Remora or something like that.
JDG trying
I guess
to
type
have
of
Navi
fish.
and 369 carry these games because T1's bottom lane is just relentless. Again,
And they get the second charge as
a
big.
pretty high value secondary charge.
Ooh.
Bottom lane is
Ah.
Oh,
Oh, he got stuck.
If you could have got more earlier from Barrett, they could have got it.
Yeah, he missed it.
Oi,
oi.
There's a chance they find that kill. They got blocked the shots. They will do so. The shields come out as well to support.
What was that lag? That was a lag. Tell me I'm lag on the lag.
But you can see the biggest difference.
Oh, wow, that's a late fucking method.
There's no Faker. Faker on the rise, rolling to bot lane to create this 4-man stack dive. Made it so much harder. The Hope missing
Like,
to
no
weather
one's
the
willing
storm.
to give a kill, Aaron. You
With the
literally have
drama
a
with the
fob
additional
to get your
shields and
mythic
abilities
item.
that they have.
That's it.
It's
No, like the other Worlds games have been at like 10
safer
minutes
compared to
and
what we
shit.
saw before.
Because they were
All
dying
Eleven
on
minutes.
JDG has now accrued an ever so slight gold advantage.
This is
but
where real.
not having
Everyone's taking it so serious because it's 3-1. Only
Bro, that you should be taking every game seriously.
From T1 this time around.
But you don't. You get into it.
Yeah, because I'm on the world stage playing for $200,000 AG. Yeah.
I'm not gonna play Thor. I just play for fun.
Scrappy plays building up for a little bit more of the front to back. But we've already seen crazy things like Guma flashing
Thank
forward
you, MasterCard.
very
Why is everyone saying thank you, MasterCard?
And it's only a
I think
200
for the
gold
item?
between the two AD carries. You have to feel bad for this. He's trying his best to get on the stage. Sam does have it, but
Oh, did this boy
losing
fuck
out
up?
on XP is
Oh,
always
did this boy?
bullied out by 365. I don't expect it much more to come off the back of this. We can
Oi,
actually
oi, yeah.
this is an
Oh yeah! Oh! 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 What the, why are they aiming the karma? Jesus. Oh no, that's T1, not 1 game 5! No!
right back into it. T1.
No, what?
It's
Eh,
just too
what?
clean from
No,
the
like,
top lane.
if they win this, there's no more games for today, right?
The isolated 2v2.
Yeah, exactly, so they can rest.
No, I want game 5! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's huge. Oh, the huge bell vest! Oh, the huge Belosi! The largest Belosi you ever seen.
The fact that he could get that ultimate out at the last second.
Bro, what? Did you see that Silas went back in?
T1 5
He already got out. He went back and shows replay. Replay.
Looking for the
Oh my God,
turnaround
so slow.
play.
Come on.
He does not
Come
manage to
on.
try and ult them away from him.
What's wrong with this
With his
fucking
giant
camera,
breath,
man?
ults them into the tower. Tells the rest of the members of T1.
He
"You
just
got
died
this.
big nine.
You can
It's
pick up
just,
the kills."
Yeah.
I
And that's
want
how
all of
it
it. Here it is. Area around with the control ward you see
They don't
up
see
in the
him.
river.
But
They're gonna get the
when
ultimate
they're
out.
Oh my god, it's fucking invisible? What?
He tried to it's a spread area. It's
No, but you don't see it in the wall, bro. Oh.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but when you
What's this? Wait. Wait, what the hell? Oh, right, Silas. I was like, why the hell are there two? Welcome to Worlds, baby. Oh. The Marisol doing damage. T1, give us game 5, you cunts. No. GG, y'all suck, JDG. Scrubs, go back to iron, am I right? Oof.
This early game is snowballing out of control, and it is off
Oh, I hear the
the
T1
back of this
in
bot
the
lane,
crowd.
and the man in the mid lane, Faker, as he looks to return
When
to
was
the
the
World
last time
Finals
T1
once
won
more.
a champion?
It is
Like
beautiful to
26
see
and 1 a while, yeah.
the
They're
two
always beating,
generations of
they're always getting beaten by the fucking
play together.
Chinese.
Look at this. They don't get this right.
The other
But
one,
they got
the
so much
other team
energy with the
is
idea moving forward, and
the Galaxy
Owner
one.
goes for the reset.
Yeah.
Numan
They always
firing
get
off the snipe,
wiped out.
nails the first kill for him. So the owner
Look at that
gets that
snipe
body,
by
jumps forward,
Bottles.
picks up the side
And it was regular
chases
the
down
great.
the rest of
As
them.
soon as they
Baker
killed
goes with the
Silas
short
was
route
like,
inside.
yeah, look at me, I'm here.
Ooga booga! Ooga booga!
Oh, you just like push
While he
with
has
the
not played as the
soldier.
Worlds yet, you can see that he is still a master at the champion.
Who's that?
Cheers from Zez.
What's more? Are they even trying? Yeah, boy. They're like, we're not allowed to FF, we'll just do this instead.
As they rip apart the last hope of the
I want to
LPL.
hear what their manager and
Never been
coaches say.
eliminated by an LPL team, and he sure as hell is not today.
Holy crap, where did that... Wait, Varus is... Team doesn't hold up AP?
Better and better from game to game.
Oh my
JDG
What
have
the
put up a
fuck?
strong fight
Is this-
here in game 4.
He said
It is
it's cute
nothing
as
but the
AP
T1 show.
For what do you think AP Paris?
And we have to give so much credit. We've
I
seen
don't know,
the
it's those
presence of
auto
Faker, we've
attacks,
seen
it's
the
always
presence of
confusing.
Umayushi, but
I don't know, I
Carry
never
is
play
also
Varus
top
for you. I find them
unbelievable in these teams.
Look at them.
It's just you don't try it.
Consistently, and the
Well,
plays
yeah.
that he has been
No, I've
making
tried
in
it
the
and I
2 versus
sucked, and
2,
then I give up.
He's been involved in 15 of these.
Look at this, look at this.
I don't understand.
So they use the Gragas.
Immediately, they
I
go
don't understand why they want to play like here where Renata can just like
Oh, huge! The 4-5 man! Oh! Why are they bothering to play freaking Belgium?
The focus on his face. He knows that this game is his.
Not yet, bro. He needs finals. Why they can't even kill on the tower? That's a slaughter! Just wrong with your food?
My goodness, this T1 team, they are marching straight towards
I respect the resilience of JDG. They are doing everything in their power to come back into this game. But T1 are just too strong. They will secure a barrel on the sport, and they're looking to make their way back to the world fight.
What?
Here's a look at the attempted trying to burst on owner. The ultimate's away.
Oh, I am curious. What do you mean?
Next closest target. Around the target. It's so low.
It's like, what else can you do at that point, you know? Wait, you can ult then flash? No man.
This team is just so
Yeah, you can ult then flash on Renata?
and JDG knows there's little that they can
Yeah, I didn't realize. Ah. I thought it'd be one of the ones where they just force you to thing. Do they at least get one kill? Oh my god, the Renata! Oh yeah. Yeah, the Renata bailout.
but still 19.
Wait, what? He just stood still! He's giving up! He's throwing! He's grieving.
T1 still in further control.
Yeah, man, he's like
A
emoting.
little bit of time, but not that much. If we draw attention to the bot lane, we can see Faker pushing in this wave, securing another tower. T1. The trends wanted about a bit of 40.
It's literally slow for days, Connor. This is gone and crushed the fucking frozen heart already.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought with Belveth you want to use your Q for mobility, right? But no, she doesn't seem to mind saving her Q and like not wasting it.
Yeah, he got a lot of flack because
Honestly, some top of most of that carries is like slow there.
see if they can pull it off. They teleport flank. He
Wait.
is behind Faker and the rest of JDG in front.
Slow but not a root. One through Picaro. Not going to be enough. Shuffle it back in, Johnny. Taking
Oi! Wait, maybe. Ah, no. Goodbye. Guess what? You suck.
You wanted more than one
It's over, I think.
It's been over for a while.
10 seconds and Bubba gets up.
About 13k goal difference, my guy.
Stand in their way and return to the pedestal with
They're gonna stop, they're gonna stop.
Why don't you guys play Varus?
That's not the 30k difference. Do you see the kill in 7:29, my guy?
Jesus.
They never give
Oh, I
up. They
missed-
always
Just focus
attempt to
and
pick off
wipe out
somebody, and
the
they
fucking
trade
jungler.
one for one. They
My
get the
bigger
kill.
dice in the moment,
But
you
guess
just
what?
get stuck in there.
T1 are too far ahead, and Owner getting these resets. As soon as the rest of the team
Hey, look at that.
they're so
Being able to just
in items.
switch
Owner
switch champion on the fly against this size.
You should play him.
And then boom.
You should play him.
Look at that, 7:29, and how much cooked this now? Yeah, that's
Pretty good, man.
But every single time,
yeah,
it is
literally
T1 not allowing
T1
that
was.
Bro, I just wanted.
This is such a.
I just wanted a game 5.
T1 was second for LCK. JDG was number 1 for LPL. And they're fucking throwing the game so
No, Philip was right. The Jin pick was not it. I don't know if it mattered.
It was
But...
not it. Because look at their call.
Oh, can't be doing that, boys. Oh, the Jin ultra a full health Letty. Sheesh. Oh, he's attacking his own teammates. Yeah. Boy, he's gonna say. That's Shannon. Bro, I thought they were playing the Pornhub drums. Cause these guys got fucked. Oh, the wave! Oh, the damn wave! Five Asian men get demolished. Oscar, wait, leave Oscar. Yes. Damn, boy.
This team fell short in the finals of LCK Summer, and they will cross the line around them. But here at the World Championship, they have done nothing but gain momentum, improve, and dominate on the world stage.
You can't attack any area of T1. Faker dodging skill shots, not even blowing his flash, with relentless pressure sent towards the mid lane. And if you
What are we doing dinner?
area, no, you're alone.
Are we doing dinners tonight? Because I got a party. Okay, y'all go. Oh, fuck yeah.
Beautifully done here by T1, another World Semi-Final for 369. Back to quarters from last year, you got back to quarters a couple of years ago, back when they are still on JD. The new faces come in, the next semis, not a bad road for the team, but it does end the hands of Faker and the rest of his young teammates that were on that team, 19, 20 years old. And I think you said it earlier, the new generation of talent, the new generation of...
Fuck, I should probably bring something to a party if I'm going to a party, right?
Head coach Bangi,
Bro, why you hating?
alongside, but a bunch of players, 3 of them scouted by T1 themselves, carry a crowd just a year after his rookie year, and they're here to dominate again.
It's just it's crazy to see the trajectory and investment from T1 after what they had was a super team back in 2019.
You gotta watch on the LOL esports website. Look at my stream. I've got a little thing.
Reinvesting in young talent. Like, we've talked about it so much. These players are 18, 19, like all around the veteran and Faker. The fact that they've been able to grow so much in such a short amount of time. 5 games against RNG, the MSI finals, and the undefeated run in the LCK in spring, falling short to Genji in summer, but now they make their way back to the World's finals. They'll be going up against an LCK rival.
There was debate in the offseason. Who are they going to fill with this top lane? Are they going to sign one of these prized, already proven top laners? Nope. They trust in their system. They built them up, and combined with Faker, the icon that is League of Legends, yeah, you get the recipe for success.
I will say, eulogizing JDG, 369 should be proud of how well he played.
Yeah, Jim kind of trolling it.
Incredible in every single game he played. I'm sorry you lost, but you were amazing.
It's very cool how Philip picked called it even before.
As well. Amazing the entire time in this series. But as a team, everyone saw this series. T1 is the better team.
They certainly were. And, okay, we saw some blunders from Guma in the laning phase here and there, but he almost immediately made up for them. His Lucian performances, the Varus and Renato bot lane, like, it just goes to show that when you give carrier something that has a little bit more agency than just a bubble, this man just rips through the rift. And I'm hoping that we get to see even more from what he's capable of as a support. Just, you summed it up. When you sit there and you look like owner is their quote-unquote weakest part, it's all relative, right? It's one of those things where even though he's the weakest part, it feels like this team just has no real weaknesses that you can look to explore.
And with that, the LCK cement their dominance over 2022. This means 3 LCK teams left in the bracket. We see Genji versus DRX tomorrow to figure out who will match T1 in the finals. You hinted at it, Freak. There could be a rematch with Ruler. So many storylines. The Last Dance. really this fairy tale success for GRX, making their march, their small percentage chance charge for that aim.
Why don't you have someone screaming?
It's fun to see because Ryushi was so good in this series. He's had ups and downs, of course, but I'm pretty sure in all 4 games he was the most damage dealt across the game, even in the loss. Just 4 games in a row of being the biggest player. Here we get a reel of Faker winning in 2013, winning in 2015, winning in 2016, losing in the finals, and then a 5-year drought of not making it back. Quarters, semis, but back to the finals.
Yeah, to do it, but
Chills.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to be a Faker fan. If you've been around since the start, like, everyone has followed his career. Everyone knows, like, League of Legends is very lucky to have an icon like him within the scene. Incredibly humble. What a great name, too, Faker. To see him back at the World's Finals is going to be exciting. And we know that everyone's going to watch to see if he can lift the trophy one more time.
Yeah, we'll see if it happens there. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. That's going to be next weekend, of course, instead of the match tomorrow as well. We entered in Draco's for a dual interview with Faker and Carrier for a Rising post-game interview.
I don't really care about the interviews.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Atlanta, one more time for T1.
Wait, so I just making sure. So, Miguel, you're not keen for things.
To start with anyone other than you in this moment, I have to know. After 5 years of fighting, after 5 years
Jerry's
of
asking
trying,
me, and I
how
said
does it feel
probably
to
not for
finally
me.
be back?
What did everyone say about the interview? Faker.
But yeah, I don't know. Y'all do you. Crap! What the hell do I bring for potluck? Do I just bring cookies? I know how to make cookies. Well, I don't know if that was a crap stream, but bye bye. I got 0 viewers. Hell yeah.